Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World, September 27th, 2022. I am joined by Brian, the Merch Lord.
It's good.
And ringside Sean in the house. As always, we're going to talk today about, let me see if I remember everything that we're supposed to talk about. We're going to talk about AEW Grandslam, where we had a Three Musketeers adventure together. A journey. We're going to talk about GCW in Japan. We're going to talk about, Brian, could you move the microphone away from your beard, please? Jesus Christ.
It's like touching his beard.
Yeah, it was like a little too ASMR.
Sorry.
It's okay. That was okay, though. It's okay. We're going to talk about my favorite thing of the week in WWE, which was Sami Zayn getting a T-shirt. T-shirts are the center of all wrestling. All wrestling is determined by T-shirt. If you think that somebody like Mike Tyson is aligned with DX, well, guess what? Boom, T-shirt off, shirt underneath. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. And T-shirts really are the center of the wrestling universe.
Facts.
Both of you wearing nice T-shirts today. What do you guys got on?
What you got on, Brian?
I'm wearing a band shirt. It's a Signs of the Swarm. Deathcore band. Real good.
I got a 2009 DX 2.0. Vince loves cack.
Amazing.
You have a good story about your shirt. You had like a whole story about your shirt.
Tell us the story of your shirt.
I was coming out real quick. I was coming out of a hospital seeing a family member, and there just happened to be an old Asian lady with a table. And when you see an old Asian lady with a table,
choke slammer through it. Oh, right.
No, as much as you want to, you can't, because they got some fire, whether it be some good food or some good clothes. So I stopped in, and she had brand new WWE shirts in the plastic. It was as if a family member got some stuff from shop, didn't want it. It became mine for $5. So
random and awesome.
Oh yeah, gotta love New York.
Nice. I'm wearing my Tid the Season Every Time I Die T-shirt.
Fire.
From 2017. December 19th, 2017. We interviewed Andy Williams before he was the Butcher. We saw Joey Janela and Penelope 40 wrestle. Somebody gave Santa Claus a stunner, because you can't have a Christmas show without Santa Claus getting involved in either giving or receiving a Stone Cold Stunner. What else did we do? And then that was the same weekend that I made my referee debut versus Matt Tremont, Casanova versus Matt Tremont. And then the week before that, I fucking hosted Cage of Death preview show. And that was the night that Cage of Death 2017 at CZW, that was the night that Joey Janela and MJF fell off the balcony together. And
you mean that wasn't MJF? You mean that was Zandig, wasn't it?
No, dude.
Brian, please. Okay.
MJF fell off the roof?
Inside.
Oh.
Fell off a balcony.
Right.
An indoor balcony.
Thought you were talking about the roof spot.
Oh, my God. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, but, it was a great... that was the night that Brett Lauderdale and Nick Gage ran in on Cage of Death. The Cage of Death final was a triple threat between Ricky Shane Page, Swerve Strickland, and fucking Joe Gacy.
Yeah, that was wild, dude.
And it was for the CZW heavyweight title. And then Anthony Gangone ran in, interrupted, something happened. But then, so that was like part of like the match. But then Nick Gage and Brett Lauderdale just ran in, started throwing flyers all about. It was crazy.
It's crazy. Those are like three huge names now.
Eons ago, right?
Eons.
And that's It's crazy.
5 years ago. So yeah, we'll talk about GCW in Japan. We'll talk about our Grand Salami experience. We had Outlaw on Thursday. So I was very hungover for Outlaw on Thursday. Very, very hungover. I went to Best Pizza. I ate 4 slices of pizza.
Oh, you got to.
The best.
Literally the best.
And I also drank 2 10% beers to recover.
You announced 2 Cold Scorpio.
Yes, I did. I announced 2 Cold Scorpio. Who else was on the show? The usuals.
Good old Crowbar.
Crowbar.
There was Cold. That was the match, right?
Yeah, 2 Cold and Crow. Then you had Homicide and Grim Reaper.
Awesome.
You had yourself some Man Bun Jesus, of course. Hey, you want to know something funny? The day that I got confirmed for the SAT show, it got canceled.
No.
Yeah.
So he hit you up and said you're good to go, and then later on it was like, hey, it's canceled?
Yeah, well, I hit him up this morning because, I'm like finally out of my, Wednesday took a lot out of me. Then Thursday took a lot out of me. And then Friday and Saturday I was okay. And then Sunday I went to an Oktoberfest. And then last night
You're
was
a fucking madman.
Monday Night Football. So obviously I was up drinking beers, watching Monday Night Football as well. Looking at my gambling, because I'm a champion gambler now, of course. But so yeah, I finally got recovered after like a pretty long week, and didn't recover enough to make a thumbnail or any kind of graphics for the show, by the way. But recovered just enough to be alive today, and I finally sent the messages, started responding to emails, things of that nature. So I sent SAT a message that was on my to-do list. And I was like, hey, I was very informal. I was like, hey, am I good for the 5th? Because, the show's named Vendetta. Because
right.
V is for Vendetta. Remember, the 5th of November.
Wow.
Right.
Who's that?
Dan, what's up? Good to see you. He was waiting on Twitch like a dummy. No, Twitch is tomorrow night. Toxic Tweet Along makes its illustrious return. Anyway, so I hit them up and I was like, hey, am I good for the 5th? And they go, yeah. And then Man Bun also tweeted today, like, oh, Man Bun makes his debut at Wrestling Is Now on November 5th. And, the flyer has Joey Conway on it, but I guess 3 of us together, unholy trinity, because the show got canceled today, got postponed due to safety issues in the venue. So what does that mean exactly? Was there a fucking bomb threat?
How was the roof the last time you did? Was there a roof?
You know what? It was like a bubble. It was like a bubble roof. It was like a complex.
Maybe just it's weather precaution. Maybe they're anticipating some rain with these hurricanes that are just flying about. Who knows?
It's been windy. It's been windy.
It's been pretty bad. We went from summer to like winter in like a night.
If I had
I kind of like it. Kind of like this weather.
I love it. It's the best.
It's like my favorite.
Why?
Shit
So you
in the
can
world.
wear all your long sleeve grindcore band shirts?
Yeah, and sweatpants.
Sweatpants. It was nice to pop a hoodie on. And today,
hoodie
flannel.
and sweatpants is literally the best shit ever, dude.
So I want to hear, I deliberately didn't ask you about this when we were doing sound check, Sean. I want to hear about your wrestling on Broadway, off Broadway extravaganza show, fucking
musical.
Musical? Yeah. I'm going to just give you my impressions. I don't think I would have enjoyed it.
It looks kind of crazy.
I'm going to be honest. At a point, I sat there and I said to myself, Pat would not have been able to sit through this entire thing. You would have got up, got a beer.
I can't
outside.
even sit through regular wrestling.
Yeah, listen. It wasn't your normal wrestling show. Listen, it was literally like a theater show, but on a wrestling scale.
Were they telling the crowd what to do?
No,
like, were they
not necessarily. Like the crowd was allowed to be a part of the action. You know how you go to a Broadway show and it's like silence your phones, put them away.
Right.
Here comes the guy with the flashlight going like this with his wrist. It wasn't like that at all. You could take pictures like that, right?
The wrist. That's true.
Right, you were taking film.
Yeah. So I had my camera. I was grabando as they say in Spanish, and it was cool. It was an immersive experience that you don't really get to do on Broadway, and it was cooler at the fact that some friends were on there and they did their thing and they were a part of it and they got to help these Broadway actors who have never stepped in a ring and really take to it. It was wild. Like these were like people who've never been in a wrestling ring before.
Were they taking bumps?
Yeah, it was crazy. And that's like you know wrestlers to be wrestlers. Like they act as well. Like that's part of, being a professional wrestler. You have to carry that along. Right? These people don't really take the physical aspect of that part of acting where it's like, do you want to take the physicality like Tom Cruise and do your own stunts, or you want somebody that looks like you and do it?
Tom Cruise, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys went in, and gals, they went in, they did their thing, they learned the craft, and everybody went home happy.
Was it like half real wrestlers, half not real wrestlers, or was it like
so Bull James was a part of it?
Right. I know that.
Tina San Antonio was a part of it. Shout out Outlaw Wrestling. Yeah, dude, it was just crazy. And then you had your actors and actresses who learn little bits and pieces of professional wrestling. Like getting into a ring is not easy for most people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys getting girls that got in the ring, climbing the top rope, taking bumps. And then I forgot the guy's name. Horrible of me. I sat through 2 shows of it. But he was part of Let's Mr. Raleigh. He was one of the main actors. He went up against Cardona. Yeah, and it was mind-blowing to see. But Pat would not have been able to sit there.
This sounds like an absolute nightmare. I'm going to be honest with you.
There was singing. There was just it was a show, but that it had wrestling and music. It was different.
So was there like a story? Can you give me a synopsis? Was there like a story?
Yeah, so it's an 80s based wrestling story about what goes on behind the curtains.
Oh Jesus.
And how it's just as important to them as it is the fans. I don't think you would like it because it's like at one point they like jerk the curtain. They're like, so this means this, and going over means that, and this is a heel and this is a baby face. It's like literally like in a way just like giving everything out there of like what's what, who's what, the meanings and lingo and all that. And yeah, so it was like what happens backstage when these guys, after their match, you know what I'm saying? And like how what's really happening to them as an individual and not the character.
Answer me this: did any of the wrestlers, such as Bull James, Jacob Fatu, no, it wasn't Jacob Fatu. What the hell is the guy's name? Alpha Jr. Sorry, I get my Samoans confused. I know it's terrible.
A lot of Samoans.
Win, they're part of Win.
Yeah, I got my Win Samoans and my musical Samoans confused. But
musical Samoans.
Did any of the wrestlers sing or dance? I saw Tina San Antonio was wrestling in slow motion, which made me utterly sick.
So she did a whole angle where it was like, so she was in a mixed tag match. She gets tagged in, and as soon as they lock up, it starts going as ballet. And it was like, in a way, they say it's not ballet, but in a way they had that little ballet music with the little disco ball light hitting it.
Terrible.
And then when the music picks up is when they start picking up the action and they start hitting the ropes. A little shoulder tackle, a little bridge, a little jump.
It sounds like interesting.
If you're into Broadway and you're into shows,
I like shows. I kind of like. See, I'm into that kind of shit.
You like Broadway shows?
I like. You don't like. You're not into it. You're never into a Broadway show.
I'm into it. Like I'm into anything that I will watch but don't want to watch. I'll be like, oh wow, I'm really appreciative of.
I feel like you can appreciate the people doing their shit.
I'm really appreciative of all the things that go into this huge production, and I'm very much, good for you. You make a lot of people happy.
Dude, speaking of productions,
I hate going to the theater. I've gone to the theater because it's been like girlfriend birthday and Christmas gifts. So I've seen like musicals. I feel like maybe I might like a play. I feel like a play might be dope.
Dude, do you remember meeting the man from Stomp?
On Wednesday I'll go to Stomp, dude.
Right, we're gonna go to Stomp. That's like a production. That's like I feel like that's
Stomp.
like a.
That was his name.
Sean from Stomp. That's right, because you guys had the same name. So we got Sean from Stomp, friend of the Bullies, travels the country,
shirt.
Jumping around on garbage cans and fucking boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, 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 ka, boom, 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 boom.
He started doing it.
Yeah. He could take any inanimate object and play drums on it. It's incredible. See, Stomp I'll like. Blue Man Crew, I'm in. You know, but a musical, like Mary Poppins, the musical, hated it. 3 hours.
You saw Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. I
Mary
was like, oh,
Poppins is dope, man.
no, dude. The musical,
that
Mary
shit.
Poppins, the musical. Young Frankenstein, the musical. On paper, hey, this is a musical I could get behind. Horrible. Hated it.
Love the movie.
I just hate the way that actors act on stage.
It's
like
a musical?
Weird.
The Harry Potter one is not a musical. It's
I
like
just don't like
literally
when
like
people
a movie.
like overly project their voices.
That's like Broadway in essence.
Yeah, and
There
like,
was a moment where the guy, the main actor in the last match, he calls Cardona. He goes, "Listen, brother," and all the fans at the later show were like big marks. So they all just went Hulk Hogan, brother, and everybody just interrupts and brother, hey,
That's funny.
brother. And he has to like stop and wait for everybody to like just be quiet so he could continue.
I think that's
Yeah.
funny.
sounds really, really ridiculous. Sounds like a big old circle jerk off. You know? Now, you know, if it was at like, if it was like an off Broadway, if it was like a big old like, I don't know, because it's not like they had like a freaking musical orchestra. They had like some band playing.
But
Yeah,
that's like
and
legit.
like electric guitar, and what do you call the guitar that has a piano on it?
Guitar.
A guitar. Guitar. Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Oh,
No, but
man.
I think that's really awesome. And they were
It was
tight.
dope,
the tight
man.
was tight. What you?
Brian, I know Brian will like it.
I would
Pat
say.
was, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I would,
I like
and you know, and in turn it'd be like, hey guys, you know, we want you to be part of the show, and I just would have been like, this sucks, and then I would have been in big trouble, you know.
But I think that I feel like that's allowed to. You're allowed to do that.
I'm like, this
No, you
is the
probably can't.
Can you
worst.
do that again? Do that again. This
Boo.
Yeah, I'd wait until
Ooh, that's out of the
I'd wait
building.
until you could hear a pin drop, and I'd be like, this sucks, you know, and then everybody would be mad at me, and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry,
I'd be with you. I'd cheer you.
and it would have been a whole thing.
I got a funny story. So at the later showing, there's a wrestler. Her name is The Mother, and she comes out with a baby carriage, and she looks like she just smoked 2 packs of Marlboro Reds.
Jesus.
And her gimmick was she basically has a baby, and she uses the baby
As
to
a
beat
weapon.
her opponent as a weapon.
That's
So
right.
at one point, the stagehand, who's on the like ringside, who collects like the clothing and hands the microphone off, he drops the mother's microphone. So the mother goes full blown shoot heel on her, and she picks up the baby doll. Mind you, I'm sitting ringside. The baby doll goes flying. Now all I see is this Coco Melon baby doll just flipping like this. In my head, I'm like, oh shit. Damn. And what happens? Boom! Right in the freaking face.
She hit you in the head with the
So-
baby, dude.
That's what happens when you illegally record on a show.
Oh
I
no.
was like, yo, this is not just happened to me right now.
Should have.
And I'm by myself. By
Wow.
myself. Yeah.
That's so funny.
He apologized after the show though. I sold it though. I was like, oh, but I had to sell it. It was different, man. So they had a
That's-
2:30 show, a 7:30 show. Hopefully, there's a residency in Vegas that picks them up, or some Broadway or off-Broadway production company.
Is that the plan? You think that's their plan? Is to try to get that on a thing?
I think if somebody doesn't pick it up, then they're not invested in the future of Broadway. Because in Broadway or just shows or entertainment, change is necessary, change is good. And this is something that is not going anywhere. Wrestling just keeps getting better and better. And if you want,
No, it's very different, right?
know what I'm saying? If you want different and you want inclusivity, that's it right there, man. So shout out to the last match.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if they put wrestling on Broadway, then every like day, every week, you'll have wrestling on Broadway.
That makes it right. I think that's kind of crazy. That
Pretty
would be
cool.
kind of crazy. That would be pretty cool.
Well, let me just go on record of saying that despite what I said, if the thing is making a lot of money and through Bull I could somehow also get paid, I take back everything I said. I'll fucking project I'll come out there and project my voice, dude. I'll fucking ring announce the fuck out of some imaginary part of some stupid thing. Anyway, that sounds awesome though. That's cool.
That was my yesterday.
And I saw Mickey James was there.
Mickey James was there. She was fired up as well.
She was just in attendance.
Yeah, she was
She
all
was an
fired up.
honorary guest.
Honorary
The
guest.
last match. Yeah, she had fun. She had a nice little picture there.
I saw.
Sweetheart that she is. She's pretty cool.
I saw. Well, if I had one iota left of strength or energy left, I would have come and meet you. But like I said, the week took me out, and it all started last Wednesday at the Grand Salami.
So fun, dude. We sold a bunch of shit, and then we had to go to the show.
Well, listen, we had a little speed bump, but we got around the speed bump, and we still had fun.
That's right. We had supply chain issues with the shirt. Hey, that reminds me. Do you guys still want to release that shirt?
Makes me tight. No one bought it. Everyone here should go buy it.
Yeah, it was one of these things where we got like 40 comments like, "Yo, this is awesome."
That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do I go buy this?
Yeah.
Tell them, and then no one goes buys it.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
If they know what's right for them and they know what's smart for themselves, they go and they buy a shirt just to keep up with the times and the boys.
Speaking of T-shirts, we're almost out of everything that we have, so we're gonna have to get some new stuff going. But Brian, do you have T-shirts? You've had like a pink T-shirt. The Super Chat giveaway today has 2 legs and 2 T-shirts. 2 legs to the Super Chat giveaway. 2 legs.
You go into like the chat right there and get into like your little question things and use that little noggin of yours because Begins got some cool shirts. He got a LA Fights Pinky Poo shirt.
Large. Still has the tag on it.
So if you're a size large.
Never worn.
Basically, I think the way...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you can only get this shirt from if you're a part of the GCW Patreon.
You got a back kit on the shirt? Is there a back kit?
No, it's only LA. It's just a pink. It's a nice. It's like a shirt that you could like wear. That's like
that's
like
a baseball logo tee.
Like a nice dinner. You can wear this like a nice dinner.
What kind of
I don't think I would wear that shirt to a nice dinner.
What kind of dinner are you gonna wear that to, Brian?
A dinner where it's like your fiance's like friend's birthday and she's like having a little dinner. You can wear that shirt.
Well, what outfit would you put around that? Would you have like a sport coat on over it?
Well, it depends on what the weather was.
You couldn't just play along? Tell me about the outfit that you'd wear to the nice dinner?
It depends on the weather. If the weather called for it, I would.
Brian, don't try to get out of this with weather. When you said the comment that you would wear that to a nice event, I want you to describe to me what kind of pants, what kind of shoes you were wearing.
I could wear nice shoe, like a dress shoe and like black jeans, dress shoes, and a pink shirt. LA Fights.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I mean, I guess that would go over well at Chili's.
I'm my own person. I'm Chili's.
Yeah.
You can wear that to Blend.
Or Bricker's Burger.
You can wear that to Blend on the water.
Blend on the water. I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but there's an hour and a half of show left. The way that we've decided, this is going to be every week now. We're going to go highest Super Chat amount and best Super Chat amount. I mean, highest Super Chat amount and best Super Chat comment, topic,
question,
hilarious thing.
Should I show the other shirt now? Because you said there's 2. So the second winner gets this shirt, which is the funny Shane Mercer small print shirt.
He printed that on a Cricut. If you know it's a Cricut, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so that.
I love the design. I honestly love the design. It's a Say Ozawa design. It's just printed way too small, but it's still a dope shirt. So it's a free shirt, but free like super chat, whatever you super chat.
I feel like you should keep that, Brian.
I don't want it.
Yeah, keep it.
So where did you get that shirt from? Pro Wrestling Tees?
No, from the man himself. I hit him up and he made them. Everybody that has this shirt has this same one.
Didn't we bump into somebody?
He was wearing it. He was wearing it on the bridge of Terabithia.
Yep. As we were on the bridge to Terabithia, a man passed with the same small logo shirt.
And he laughed because I said something about it.
You know, being on the bridge made me feel good. You know, I felt
fun.
like
I was somewhere.
felt like pillars of the wrestling community. I felt like shepherds.
People kept coming up to us. Everybody knew who we were.
With the lady and her $5 White Claws.
We bought a goddamn expensive pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, we bought like a $19 pack of cigarettes.
From the lady?
From the
cigarette man on the bridge to Terabithia, dude.
We were wasted.
Wow, I didn't know it was. They have like all guys there. They have like a sock guy too, probably.
You see, the thing is, in my own defense,
Always a sock guy.
I went kind of heavy in the beginning because I figured, okay, listen,
we went to Sweet App.
We're gonna have plenty of time. We're gonna be there in the beginning, and then we're just gonna hang out here, watch it on the phone, chill out, maybe go get something to eat, come back. Right? No, went to the show, continued drinking the beers. First thing that I did was hide in a bush on the fucking premises and pee. Not only was I on the premises of Arthur Ashe Complex, which is a very, very high security establishment, but then also right outside the ticket booth, there was like a little walkway, a little passageway.
People were walking right by.
Right by, but you know what? Solid snake. Out of sight, out of mind. All you hear is just the pee. Psst. That's all you hear. And you look around and you go, somebody's
Couldn't even
peeing.
hear it. Barely
I can't see them. But what they don't realize is that they're looking right at me. They're looking right at me. I'm like John Cena, dude.
They couldn't see you.
I might as well have been in a suit with a bunch of branches on it, peeing.
I did it right after you, and everybody saw me.
Yeah, you weren't as grateful. You weren't as grateful. So that kind of gives you a kind of
synopsis.
Yeah, that's kind of like a, foreshadowing, because the beers just kept going. We ate a spicy chicken sandwich.
Dude, I was just gonna say that was like the spiciest chicken I could have had. That was like almost as spicy as the habanero. The habanero.
Ooh, wow, what a time,
dude.
What was the first thing? Well, the first thing that I saw was Tony Khan speaking, which is my favorite part of the show.
Got on his knees. Got on his little knees.
Thank you so much.
Well, the first match was Chris Jericho versus Claudio Castagnoli.
Ravioli.
For the ROH title.
Awesome match.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, we didn't.
I lost my voice in the first goddamn match.
Yeah, we just basically bought tickets. We made our own GA, basically.
Legit.
Right.
And
there was a lot of empty seats.
And the actual seats that we had were like amongst people, and it's like, no, let's go up like 20 more rows.
Right, and we went over to like the left a little.
Yeah, it was awesome. There were a lot more empty seats.
It was better. There was a lot of empty seats.
I like to spread out in a stadium.
Why be next to people when there's so much other space? Like I for one like to sit with my legs open.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe foot on the chair ahead of me.
Right. That's important.
That's
important to me. To put my feet out is very important.
And then you want to have free reign to like walk around. It's like you got to get up and go, excuse me.
Worse.
Excuse me. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you paid big dollars, see, that's the way to me. You either pay huge dollars for seats that you don't mind being squished in, or you pay absolute minimum for space.
Facts.
Any sporting event, any concert. Yeah. So, I mean, that was a great match. It was a lot of fun. Chris Jericho won.
Insane.
He won the Ring of Honor title.
Dude, did you know that
over so many people's heads?
The Ocho.
Him and CM Punk are the only two people to win the belts in those three in the promotions of Ring of Honor, AEW, and WWE.
Huh. I wonder if that played a significant role in that decision. It's like, hey, CM Punk is now besmirched. I need to do this.
I feel like Jericho's going into the Hall of Fame soon.
Oh well, he should be.
Accolade under that belt.
He deserves it, dude. That match was awesome. He's still crushing it.
Yeah,
Claudio is like insane. He's like definitely one of the best in the world, which helps Chris Jericho to look good. Yeah. But it looked good. They both looked awesome.
From where we were sitting, which was about a mile and a half away, it looked pretty good.
It was a big TV. We got the big TV right in front of us.
Yeah, the big TVs everywhere, man.
Yeah, that was pretty much. I try not to look at the big TV, even when we're way up high. I want to look at them like, oh, this is.
I know it's
I wanna
hard.
be
It's
live.
hard not to look. Yeah, no, I know it's hard not to look. It's huge right there, though.
Was anybody else in the chat at the show? Dan, did you go?
No, he was on vacation.
Oh, that's right. Dan was on vacation.
Gotta love vacation.
I want to just pat myself on the back as well.
Barry Horowitz.
Just a little. Because I thought the ending to the Acclaimed and Keith Lee match was absolutely horrible. In the moment, I was like, what is going on? Because Max Caster, did the elbow the first time and then, hurt his knee.
He hurt his leg. He hurt his knee.
They did, a whole fucking thing that ended in Billy Gunn giving one of the guys the famouser and just throwing him back in the ring.
Yes.
And at the time, I was like, this is ridiculous. This sucks. What's going on? Match should have... so I really thought, I first guessed it. I said, you know what? I think this match should have ended 5 minutes ago. But they, got lost and tried to, get back, circle back to the finish, And I think it culminated in Billy Gunn saying, you know what? Fuck this. We're going to do a famous... Billy Gunn, I think, interjected his opinion into the calling it on the fly after the fucking...
What could have fucking happened, though? It's so strange. What could have possibly happened? I listened to Jim Cornette, review the match.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that I also listened to Jim, and
Right.
Jim said the same thing that I said, so I felt like my wrestling IQ went up a little bit. Because I thought in the moment, maybe I was just wasted and going, what the hell, this sucks, which I tend to do.
Right.
Because I'm looking right at it, but I'm not understanding that it actually doesn't suck. I'm just drunk, and I just think it sucks.
Right.
But I was actually right. I was actually right this time. So, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What, can you explain to Sean what Jim Cornette said?
Yeah, I was just about to ask, what the hell did he say? Because
Jim Cornette basically was saying how the match was really good up until the point where Max miraculously hurt his leg out of nowhere, and then they started playing off his hurt leg, which made no sense.
Yeah, dude,
it was
I
but
didn't get it.
Nobody gets it, and he was saying he's rewatches it and still doesn't understand why they did it, and he was saying that he doesn't blame the Acclaim for it happening. He puts the Acclaim over pretty high for Jim Cornette, man. Him being Jim Cornette, he puts them over pretty well, and he was saying that it wasn't their fault. And that something I don't know, it was a miscommunication or whatever it was.
I feel like it messed up when I think Swerve was supposed to throw somebody off the top rope and Keith was supposed to pounce them, and he completely missed it with timing. And then this guy was supposed to come off with the elbow after that, and he faked the leg injury. Yeah. I feel like it was just miscommunication between both teams.
Yeah, I think I think the first elbow fucked the whole thing up. I don't know if somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be, or Max Caster slipped, or maybe he really even hurt his knee, but I think that's the moment. That first elbow drop was supposed to be the end, I think. Yeah. And something happened.
That should have been the end. That was the highest point. Then it was everyone was silent. It was crickets in the fucking stadium for 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes. It was 2 minutes, whatever.
Yeah, but that
it felt like forever.
From the beginning of the end until the actual then final end, it was I feel like everyone was a little confused.
But then the end was sick because they won, and that's all anyone wanted.
Yeah, the confetti blew, and the crowd went wild.
And that's one thing I don't like about watching with AEW is that they have so many false finish kickouts, and it's dude, just get to the point.
The best matches have mad false finishes, though.
What's that?
The best matches have a lot of false finishes,
but not so many. That was it gets to the point where it's all right, now I'm tired of watching this. You had so many points where you could have ended it on a good note, and now that's just watered down already.
The first match was they should have that was the match. That's what Cornette was saying that too. They should have just won the belts at that pay-per-view match.
Yeah, literally.
It doesn't make any sense why they didn't.
I feel like there's no direction right there right now, Pat. In AEW, I feel like everything's just all up in the air and they don't know what to do, and they're looking for a leader. All they
look for is a pop. They're searching for the pop in the moment. They have all these big debuts, and then all these people are just there, and they're all just in the shuffle.
Speaking of debuts, the fucking Acclaimed winning the tag titles was very loud, but it was nowhere near as loud as when Paige Saraya. That's her new name. It's
that's her real name. That's her real name.
Is it? I don't know.
Middle Eastern,
She's got like that with like a Buddhist lotus flower. It looks very
Dude, I lost my shit when she came out. I wasn't expecting that.
I think anybody was.
Very excited.
Daniel Carpenter, what's up? I see you guys in the chat. How you guys doing? Sean, I just feel like I've been staring at your microphone. Should you turn it around?
Oh. Did I?
Try it like that.
No, I think it's the same. I think it's like a circular. It's like a circular.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
What does that knob in the front say?
This?
Yeah.
Right here, this is the volume knob.
What number is it on? Don't touch it. What number is it on?
It's on Hulkamania.
Hulkamania. Shit. All right.
It's all the way up.
All right. Just move it closer. Loud? No, you're too low. Move it close to your face.
How's this, baby?
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like.
This.
Also, shout out. Thank you for letting me watch The Godfather's Right to Censor face in the background.
The good father.
So what did you guys think about Paige? Brian, you were very surprised. You love surprises.
I like surprises, but AEW just has surprises and then doesn't like fulfill the niche of what happens after the debut. So hopefully Paige goes in a good direction, not like everybody else that's debuted.
So is she wrestling or is she managing?
We're gonna find out tomorrow.
The way they ended it, it looked as if maybe she's managing Athena and Tony Storm.
Right, it did kind of seem that way.
She's just gonna manage.
Yeah. I feel like she's up Daniel Bryan's ass right now because like he got cleared with his doctors, and I feel like their neck injuries are very similar. So maybe it's like, maybe let me work out with this guy, and maybe I could get cleared to like have one more match.
Just one more match.
Well, she's still very young too.
She's young.
She's younger than Bryan Danielson.
Of course, yeah. She's like what, early 20s?
No, she's got to be like maybe close to 30 now.
I think she might be like 40.
No, because she was 21. She was 21 when she won the ladies.
She's like 42.
The Divas Championship.
The ladies championship. The ladies.
Did you hear who said to bring back the butterfly title? Some female wrestler, some ex-female Divas wrestler said this week that she still considers herself a diva, and they need to bring back the butterfly belt. I forget who it was.
Oh no,
that's a funny take. I think that's a good take.
Yeah, I don't think it went over very well.
I'm sure it didn't.
That was the ultimate marketing scheme right there. It's like, let's put a butterfly and sell this in like Toys R Us.
Perfect.
All the girls are going to want it.
Love it. Live for it. If you're just joining us right now, we're doing 2 Super Chat giveaways.
Dude.
Funniest, best, most intriguing comment, question, opinion, or the highest numerical value in money. You can have this large, oddly printed, very small graphic, large shirt, Shane Mercer shirt, 1 of 1. Well, maybe like 1 of 30. No. Maybe the whole batch.
30.
Yeah, the whole batch got ruined, probably.
100%.
Yeah, maybe 1 of even 50 if he was
splurging. He might have gotten 50 because they were cheap, because that's why they're small like that.
And you could also do the fucking pink.
This is a nice shirt. This is a very like.
And you know what?
You can wear this to like a job interview.
Word on the street is
you
that.
You said a job interview shirt.
Word on the street is that Brian is convinced that you can wear that shirt to a nice event.
Brown shoes, black shirt, pink LA Fight shirt.
Yeah,
Here we have Brian coming down the runway with his brown Guess shoes and Tommy Hilfiger pants.
Yeah, depends on the weather.
LA Fight shirt. He's heading to dinner. He's gonna have some sushi with his love.
Yeah, now he has a job interview.
Brian, what makes you think you're a perfect fit for this community here?
My shirt.
Great take. Great job. So you know what I hated also about the show? What other matches were there? There was the women's tag match, right?
Yep. No, it was a 4-way. It was
for the
Toni
belt.
Storm, Britt Baker, Athena, and Serena Deeb. And that's where, following that match is when
Saraya.
Tony Storm retained. Tony Storm did did retain. I thought Serena Deeb was gonna win. Made me tight.
Yeah, she retained. What's her name? Pat, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Damn, what's her name, bro?
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker's homegirl.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter came out, and they fooled everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone thought they were gonna start fighting each other, and they started beating up Athena's wings.
Yeah, they're the worst entrance gear in all of wrestling history are those wings, those Lego wings.
Lego wings.
So dumb.
And then Saraya came out.
Saraya.
That was insane. That was really insane, man. I got chills. I definitely got chills because I just wasn't expecting it. Those are the best when you don't know. Like, you know how they like usually make like an announcement or you hear about them coming. Yeah. But then like you knew like Cody Rhodes was going to be there.
I think before everybody has like a major debut, they do a podcast. And it's like, hey, I'm coming back into the light. I'm gonna.
No, but you didn't know Paige was gonna be there.
She was on Renee Paquette's.
But they didn't talk about it.
Oh my God.
Talk about it, but she made emphasis on the fact that she wasn't done.
Brian,
she wanted to try again.
Do you have a knob on your headset? Because I feel like you might be set to Hulkamania.
I haven't touched it. I'm like.
Can you lower it a little?
Oh, you want me to lower it?
I love the fact that that's enough.
You're a little hot. Now. You're a little hot.
Are you set on Hulkamania?
Is that better?
Sure. Sure it is. I don't know, dude. I'm not a fucking sound engineer. We're supposed to be in the studio today. Steve was unavailable.
That's why we're here.
So we're gonna postpone it till next month. Next month we're gonna have a costume contest.
Ooh, Sean is very quiet. Am I still very quiet?
No, I know. I'm trying to have him set on Hulkamania, but you know what more can I even fucking do? What more
does the costume have to be wrestling related?
No, of course not.
It could be anything you want.
How lame would that be? I could go into settings, but I don't think I could edit each one of their audios in settings.
Both of our audio is very bad?
No, you're very loud and Sean's very low.
I feel like, but this is your job to like adjust it.
Yeah, I mean, considering, that's if you guys both have human microphones, which Brian didn't have until you got gifted that. Now you're super hot. And if Sean was as hot,
every fucking week, dude.
If Sean was as hot as you, then it would be fine. We'd just be hot together. We'd all be hot.
We'd just all be three
I
hot
just
boys.
Lower it. Whatever.
Sean's muted now.
Turn it to Hulkamania. He like unplugged it.
Am I? You know?
Yeah, just you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Show sucks.
No.
Show fucking sucks. Anyway, the main event: Brian Moxley and John Danielson.
Yeah, John Danielson.
Yeah, John Danielson and Brian Moxley fought for the AEW World Heavyweight title.
That was a fucking great match.
It was a great match. They went upside down and slapped each other on their cheeks.
Yep.
The headstand.
That was fucking dope.
It was great, except Brian Danielson did that like 6 months ago with Moriarty and then with, what's his name? Wheeler Yuta.
How many sharpshooters have you ever seen?
Well, that's the fucking finisher, dude.
Yeah, but that's just a move. It's a move that happens.
It's a move that happens where both guys stand on their head.
Well, not everyone does it. Only the only person I've ever seen do that is Brian Danielson, whoever he does it with.
You think he teaches them that before the match?
Absolutely, 100%.
That's like ridiculous.
You need some like insane neck strength. That's like really dangerous.
They were like human tarantulas.
It's crazy.
I hated how the spotlight was on MJF, who was sitting with an oversized poker chip on his lap the entire time. It was very, very lame to me.
That poker chip is so stupid. I don't understand it.
Poker chip.
What's that, Sean?
He had a Price is Right poker chip.
Yeah, basically.
Come on down.
Good for one free cheeseburger. So, yeah. I mean, you guys love the match. What was your match of the night, Brian?
Match of the night was probably I was most excited. Probably, I was screaming my head off for Chris Jericho. So that was probably the match of the night for me. I lost my voice for that shit.
Did you?
And it was probably I would say that was the best match. That was probably the most exciting, best match.
I'm going into settings right here. I'm going to see see if I can fix this.
What did you like, Sean?
Well, you guys didn't stay for the other, matches and stuff. So after you guys departed, after the Jonathan Moxero and Bryan Danielson, Sting and Darby Allin had a match with your favorite House of Whack, as I like to call them, and Darby was unable to continue the match, and the Great Muta, yes, you heard it right, the Great Muta made an appearance.
Did they attack Darby before the match started?
No, Darby and Sting actually attacked them. Darby was thrown off the stage.
Good.
Yeah, so then he wasn't able to come in, and then here comes Muta, and he did his little walks to the ring with his hands and stuff like that. Like he looked like a Thriller monster. He was like, and then he did the little mist thing. He hit Buddy Murphy, and then what's her name? Julia Hart, who looks like one of the monsters from the movie Puppet Master.
Mm-hmm.
She completely missed the table, and she like squashed her head on the floor. It was pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
the
she's
table,
hurt.
right? The table spot, right?
Yeah, like she overshot the table, and like her hip broke off a piece of the table, and like her head just smacked the floor. That was all she wrote, Miss Puppet Master. This is the guy with the red eyes. You ever seen Puppet Master?
Of course.
The guy with the red eyes.
There's like 7 of them.
Great. Yeah, that was my favorite match, man. And then they went on to the wee hours of 12:45 a.m.
That's insane, dude. They started at like fucking 7.
Jungle Boy and Pentagon had probably like a 30-minute match. At one point, I had to ask my brother, "Is this for a title?" Because of how many kickouts and the pace of the match was ridiculous.
They love the false finishes.
Bro, it was just ridiculous. And then like thank whoever's up there at the fact that we were on the bridge to Terabithia hanging out before the show started, because I could not see myself sitting at from 7 p.m. to 12:45 a.m. and a show like that. It was ridiculous.
Crazy.
It was utterly ridiculous. I'm never doing that again.
During the time that you were doing that, we were trying to sell more T-shirts on the bridge, and I was just laying down on the bridge. I was just laying down. I was completely hammered.
We're eating pretzels with mustard.
Pretzels with mustard. That I don't remember.
Where did you get pretzels with mustard?
The same guy with the cigarettes.
Dude, what?
Yeah, that's right.
Cigarettes,
He's like a
pretzels,
guy in the
mustard.
club that has just like everything in the bathroom.
We probably could have washed our hands too if we wanted.
I bet he probably would have pulled out a sink from his backpack.
Right.
That is what. Listen, at least I know when I'm in Queens and I'm lost, I'll make my way to the Bridge to Terabithia and I can find anything that I need.
As long as there's something going on.
Yeah.
Right? That's all that matters. But
Mets
yeah,
are
man.
about to make the Mets already clinched the playoffs, so we should get on the bridge to Terabithia for those Met games.
That's 316.
And those Met shirts.
Mets 316. That's it.
I think we should throw Mike Piazza's face on a shirt that says Blvd Bullies.
No way. We're going for a quick cash grab. We're going to print up 100 Mets 316 Blvd Bullies shirts. I want to sell them over the course of the 3 home games or whatever. It's going to be
I think let's do it.
dope.
We should do that and grab White Claws. Sell White Claws.
We can spend all the money we make on $19 cigarettes.
That was wild, bro. They have everything.
Yeah. So it was a good time. It was a good show. I was completely hammered and was laying on the boardwalk. Then I somehow took public transportation home, made it home. Sean, you got home at like 3 a.m.
Yep.
Brian, you made it home safely, I presume.
I made it to Sweet Ave and got a joint from somebody.
Nice. Incredible. I forgot
great.
that I also ate the brownies just out of the bag from that guy.
Brownies. The poo brownies.
Yeah, the brown.
Dude, they were like peanut butter fucking brownies, dude.
Yeah.
They were delicious.
Yeah, they
and
were
I would have
weed
liked to see
filled.
the shape of that man after that show, after eating that entire bag of brownies.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might have been what contributed to me laying on the ground. And then Thursday, we woke up and we did it all over again. We met at Outlaw Wrestling at the big orange building in Williamsburg. We had best pizza.
Pizza.
We
I
drank
love that
best
pizza.
beers, and we fucking hung out and, listen. Just another wrestling show with all the house lights on, no ring apron, no music, no water, no plates for the hot dogs, but we made the best of it. We had a good
That's
time.
what you do.
Yeah, we had a great time. Two cold Scorpios there, man. Not every day where you get to say you was chilling with that guy, called him out to the ring. You, as you said, you lived a lifelong dream there.
Yeah, a lifelong dream that I didn't know I had, which is to have Too Cold Scorpio just shaking his hog all over the place.
He shakes
the orange
that
building.
hog.
Yeah.
All over the orange building.
I cannot figure this shit out. You guys are like on the North and South Pole here. The show fucking sucks. What else happened this week? Did you guys watch GCW in Japan or what?
You can't watch it. You can't watch it yet.
Yeah, that's this weekend. We're gonna be able to watch that.
It's happened. There's 3 shows. It's Planet Death, Dead on Arrival,
Right.
and War Ready. Yeah. Those are the 3 shows. And War Ready is the final show, which happens on October 4th. And the other 2 shows have already happened.
So they just get to hang out in Japan for another week?
They're just chilling in Japan right now.
That's
Yeah.
so
that's
cool.
like 3 weeks out there, right?
Yeah, dude. It looks awesome. They've just been posting. There hasn't been like any footage besides like little like photos of here and there and like just them chilling in Japan, and it just looks awesome.
I wish I could fucking go out there for that. I want to
Oh
do a
my
show
God.
in Japan.
Dude, the crowd. I mean, it probably is so sick. The matches are insane, dude. Dude, War Ready. Can I just tell you the card for War Ready?
Please
These
do.
matches, dude. It's Schlack versus Rina Yamashita for the Ultraviolent Championship. Takeda and Kasai versus Cologne and Murdoch for the Tag Team Championship. And then you got Miyamoto and Sasaki versus Roderick and Segura. Dude, just those 3 matches alone are fucking absolutely insane. Legendary. Dude, I'm just telling you, dude, all those, like Abdullah Kobayashi and Ryuji Ito, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Abdullah Kobayashi is coming back to the States as well. I think he's
December.
flying back with them. He's going to hide in their luggage.
It's gonna hide
back.
Do the Wee Man.
They're going to bring back a Abdullah Kobayashi-shaped sarcophagus on the plane. Say it's a dead relative or something.
Where's
Yeah,
he coming
all
back
I
to?
saw was the picture of Effie's butthole. That's all I saw.
You didn't see the picture of Jun Kasai about to pile drive Effie onto the forks?
No, I did.
And you see Jun Kasai's little butt
No.
about to be impaled onto the bed of forks?
That sounds horrible. I saw them kissing. That's all.
I saw that too, dude. Legend. It's probably such a good match, dude. Jun Kasai is absolutely insane.
So what? You could watch all 3 of these shows this weekend, like on Friday. You could watch Friday, Saturday, Sunday on like Fight TV or something.
I think the last show happens on October 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Like it says War Ready October 4th.
Oh,
so I don't
yeah.
know if it's
I don't
I
have
think
any.
that-
Yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
I think that it's happening on October 4th, not premiering. But I think the other 2 already happened. So they filmed those and those are premiering this weekend. I think you can buy all 3 shows for $30, which is pretty sick.
Are you gonna do it?
I think I'm gonna do it. I want to watch those matches, and
I
it's so
wonder
annoying.
why you have
It's
to
so
wait to
annoying to
watch it.
stream them, dude. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's like annoying to use the fucking stupid fucking like baked whatever.
Shh.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking
What are you
about.
saying? What is that?
It sucks. I can't even use it anymore. So fuck them.
Hmm.
It doesn't work for me ever.
Did Kevin Gill go with
Not
them? Are
you,
you gonna get
bro.
Kevin Gill on commentary?
He's there.
Oh, jeez.
You don't like Kevin Gill?
Not on commentary.
I feel like
him as a person.
I feel like he's one of the more tolerable people on commentary. Tolerable.
Interesting take.
I don't mind him. I don't mind. He's like he gets excited. I think he's funny.
Pajama Dan, what's up? Pajama Dan wants this LA Fight shirt. Yeah, you got to put a super chat in. You got to either make us laugh or spend the most money. And right
Did
now,
you know-
nobody spent money. I read there's going to be a bit less cursing in AEW.
Read that
Did
too.
anyone talk about that? I guess so. I mean, they said prick on TV just the other night, and also Max Caster said something like,
Chicken wings.
"Oh wow, now you sound hot. Now you
Better?
yeah, you
It depends on where you put that mic. You have to like talk.
put it
into
down,
different way.
and see. Did it fit? Did you like plug something in or something?
Well, my headphones weren't charging, and I had Jimmy
Ooh,
charge them
ooh,
for a little
ooh.
bit. So
Well, you charged them up really well.
we're back in action, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh? Wow, that's so interesting.
There we go.
I wonder if you think that you're talking to the microphone, but you're just talking into that microphone right onto your headphones now.
No, I'm not. I have it hooked up like this.
Whatever. Less cursing in AEW. I mean, Max Caster said "swerve glory hole." Swerve in your
Glory hole's
glory
not really
hole.
a curse. I don't think that's a curse as much as like fuck is a curse.
I
Yeah,
think him calling Keith Lee a bottle of Pepsi was a
Who
bit
said
more.
fuck? Who said fuck
Oh,
most recently
that
on
was
TV?
so funny that he called Keith Lee and Swerve a 2-liter and a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi.
Dude, I was dying. Man. That was funny.
Genius shit, dude.
That was hilarious. Did you see MJF is a devil, so I'm a devil worshiper? Whatever T-shirt.
With the devil.
I did. And did you see the Christian that got tight?
There's a Christian guy got tight and compared it to if you wear a devil worshiper T-shirt. Well, I mean, okay, hold on, back it up. The guy's point was like something to the effect of that AEW does not care about pissing off Christians and alienating the Christian audience.
Good.
And by saying, I'm a devil worshiper, that's like very upsetting to this person. And, why not just put a swastika on a T-shirt, basically?
I feel like I don't agree just because I love black metal and just like offensive designs. And even Undertaker has always had like offensive designs, and Kane. Undertaker and Kane have had offensive designs with, like
things.
crosses and just like
My mom
blasphemous
wears
things.
Mad Taker gear.
It's wrestling,
hilarious.
dude. People take shit too seriously. And I love MJF's comment. MJF said, "Do it. Wear it to the next show." Wear your
Hold on, I think I
shirt.
screenshotted it.
Dude, it's literally. I love offensive shirts, and I love the devil worshiper thing. I think it's funny as fuck.
He's like a little devil, isn't he? All right, ready? Here we go. Wow, and by the way, Carmine Sabia, right? Verified on Twitter. This guy's got a blue check. All right.
Check.
AEW and at Tony Khan. Okay, so this is in response. This guy quote retweeted the Max "I'm a devil worshiper" T-shirt. Okay.
Right.
AEW and Tony Khan really love to offend Christians. I wonder if someone facing MJF wore a swastika on a shirt, if that would be fine.
No.
Or a shirt mocking Muhammad directed at Tony. I expect AEW fans not to care because they are obsessed with pretending to be ECW.
So stupid.
What?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, dude.
I mean, I think it's a great take.
ECW was awesome.
I think 2 out
First
of
of all.
3 of these sentences are a good take. I think that, if we're going to be all inclusive, why aren't we inclusive to Christians as well?
Why aren't we inclusive to devil worshippers?
We are. We have the House of Black, dude.
We're inclusive here,
We're
but
inclusive to the House of Black.
he refers to himself as the devil.
But I mean, I could see like, okay, this guy is obviously an idiot, right? And like a weirdo and an asshole.
Right.
But I mean, hey, listen, he's verified on Twitter. We're not. So
That's true. What is he verified for? Is he like a pastor?
I don't know what he is, but he was very, very upset. And it's true. Like, I just think if in the world where CM Punk is probably going to get bought out for the media scrum and punching somebody, and in a world full of like, very people who, get very offended very easily.
But you heard that he sucker punched. He sucker punched a man.
You don't know that.
Have you read? Are you up on the media scrum? The T. Are you up on the T?
Okay, just final thoughts on this devil worshipping shirt, Sean.
Roll with the punches, my man. My mom wears Undertaker gear all the time, and she's a Catholic. And there's times where she's in the supermarket and people see her shirt and they're very taken back. It's just a shirt. Wear the damn thing.
All right, so I guess I'm alone in supporting this verified Twitter person because you know what?
Definitely.
I respect the blue check. Okay, so this guy.
Not everyone deserves it. Not everyone deserves the check.
And you know what? This tweet, 45 likes. So I'm not alone.
It's not that much.
I am not alone. So tell me about the latest CM Punk tea, Brian. What are you drinking? Oatmeal? What is that?
What is that?
Oh, dude, this chonk.
Bill Cosby pudding.
Dude. It's called chonk, and there's a fat cat on the beer.
Is that why you got it?
It's a banana
Chonk.
split Sunday sour.
Whoa.
It's delicious,
You're
absolutely
about to have
delicious.
the Sunday splits after that.
Oh, 100%.
Wow, we're getting a new message from a new viewer, Dr. Toboggan. Yo, it was really fun sitting next to you guys at Grand Slam. And for the record, last week Brian said black.
Oh, don't get me started.
Everybody
This is-
agrees. dude.
Okay, this is Green Needle. You ever see Green Needle video?
No. I'm sure it's some
The
racist thing that you've watched.
Brainstorm Green Needle, bro.
Oh God, can somebody fact check this? Is Brian spouting some?
If you watch this video and it says green, if you think Green Needle, you'll hear Green Needle. But if you think Brainstorm, you'll hear Brainstorm.
Huh?
I'll send it to you.
Listen,
It's a very strange video. No, you could probably find it on YouTube if you search Green Needle Brainstorm.
Brian, we don't want to watch your QAnon propaganda videos. Okay.
I said whack. God damn it.
I don't know. We've gotten a lot of fan mail, a lot of opinions,
emails.
emails,
A lot of
yeah,
emails.
handwritten letters from concerned viewers.
They don't know how to listen properly.
Well, for those of you at home, you know, if you're having trouble with your hearing, watch the video that Brian told you to watch. The Green
Well,
Needle.
okay, God, let's get past this and get into CM Punk's tea, where they say that the first punch was in fact thrown by CM Punk. The door was never kicked in, and the Young Bucks came with like the head of talent relations and like somebody else to talk with CM Punk and whoever else was there.
And he just punched him.
And he just, well, they're trying to prove now if CM Punk actually feared for his safety. And that's why he threw the punch.
Why does he have to fear for his safety? Why couldn't he have just made an adult choice to punch the guy?
Because I think that he punched him like not standing in front of him. He like punched him like blindsided.
You don't know that. You haven't heard that. You haven't read
this
that.
This is the reports of the dirt sheets.
Oh, the dirt sheets. Have you seen what Malachi Black fucking says about the dirt sheets?
Can't believe
He's about to drive his car off a fucking bridge on his
He was
Instagram
very
Live.
hurt last night. Very sad.
Yeah.
Did you like that video,
Yo,
Pat?
you
Or
know
did
what
it make
I
you
think?
hate him
You know
more?
what I think all these guys need to do? The Young Bucks, CM Punk, Malachi Black. I think they probably need to just smoke a little weed. Just maybe hang out, smoke a little weed. You know?
I think Malachi Black might smoke a little weed being from Amsterdam.
Well, then if that's true, he needs to maybe lay off the weed a little bit.
Maybe that's
the case.
He looks like he gets bothered by the smell and says something.
Yeah,
Get across the street, please.
I gotta say that like Malachi Black should retire from wrestling because he is the lamest. And look,
Ugh.
I respect
I
I
hate
respect him.
that.
He's a thoughtful guy. He's a deep thinker. He's very emotionally in touch with his fucking life and his journey that he's been on, and every choice and zig and zag and twist and turn has led him to this point. And he's a very well-read, well-educated, well-trained man with great discipline and great honor.
Do you like his matches? Do you like his wrestling? I should say. Which
I mean, not really.
You're not a fan of
If
the,
I was
the
like
Black Mass,
if I
the
was
kick.
like
You're not a fan of
younger,
his kick.
figure.
Right.
If I never saw him as Tommy End. I'm sure if when I was watching indies back then, I saw him. I'd be like, wow, this guy's great. He's covered in tattoos and he's metal. But I'm just like over it. I guess I'm just too old to care. And you know, it's a very rare situation because I agree with everything he's saying. And I respect
about the dirt sheets, about like
the
how they
dirt
fucking
sheets,
lie.
about the dirt sheets, about the fans, and
Dude,
I'm
he
sure
got death threats.
I'm sure
That's
like
insane.
and I'm sure that you know, he one day will hear about all the promises that was made to him by Tony Khan that never came through. And I don't think that he's had like
But
a
how
great...
do you even know that that's true? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how do you even know that that's true? Because he said that he's still in AEW. So
yeah, he's on hiatus.
There's no beef with he said he left because he has mental fucking health issues, and that's a real thing.
Yeah.
But like it has nothing to do with whatever anybody else is saying, and it's like crazy that people make up these crazy stories and it just becomes truth because that's what it says on the internet. It's
Anyway,
absolutely insane.
Yo, I'm just saying that Bray Wyatt and Malachi Black are the closest thing in wrestling that represents heavy metal, and they're just not doing a good job of it.
Bray Wyatt hasn't even been here.
Yeah, because he had mental health issues. So he ate a bunch of
Fucked up shit
donuts
happens,
before
dude.
WrestleMania. You know, give me a break, dude.
It's rough.
Are you a professional
his best friend
athlete?
just died.
Are you a professional athlete, or are you trying to be in a fucking Broadway show about wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I agree with everything Malachi Black is saying. I just think that a man who claims to be of such high intelligence should be able to just shut his phone off. And he can't. And you know what? If he really wanted to recalibrate, maybe he shouldn't have had his fucking DMs open. You know? And it's like, okay, I know it's not his fault that there are crazy people. But if, like, he's been led to the point of having mental health issues and he just wants to take some time off. And you saw, dude, he's taking time off. He was on some fucking beach, fucking Bermuda, fucking...
Bermuda,
yeah.
Bahamas.
Imagine getting death
with
threats
his wife.
because
With his
of
wife.
lies made by somebody else.
Dude,
He's getting death threats
so
because of some.
So he's
fucking
taking a
rumor.
mental health hiatus from wrestling. Wrestling's just, it's too hard to wrestle once a week. Okay? So I got to go to, you know, Turks and Kinkos with my fucking super hot wife. And you know what? Hey, listen, good for you. Pink sand, clear water. Go scuba diving with your hot wife from Queens, by the way. Respect, Zelina Vega. But, you know, and you know, he's taking a break, but he can't not post about it on his fucking Instagram. And it's like, yo, dude, if you're so all about mental health and fucking deep thinking, why don't you fucking shut your phone off? Why don't you go see a psychiatrist instead of going on Instagram Live, dude? Why don't you have why don't you shut your shit off and have a so let me get this straight. He can walk away from a job, who, by the way, he's still getting paid. Maybe might not be getting paid, but he's still got a job to go back to. Can anybody in the fucking working class say, oh, I really fucking hate my job and my life right now. I got to take 6 months off. Can you pay me while I'm gone? Or, I'm sorry, could you at least just pay me when I get back? Nobody. So the guy's got every fucking advantage. The guy's got everything going for him. And he preaches all this fucking mental health shit. But he's like a 16-year-old girl with his phone on Twitter and Instagram, dude. And then it all came to a head the other night when he had to fucking... And you know what, man? Like I said, everything he said was completely right. But just shut the fuck up anyway, dude.
But I feel like it's become like a technological thing implanted in our generation. Like, I feel like it's not his fault that they run to social media to get their thoughts out, because that's just what it's like. It's been planted there for.
Okay,
you know?
That's fine. But you know what? That kind of behavior is acceptable. That excuse works for 99% of people. But a guy who preaches about fucking alternative lifestyle and fucking heavy metal, fucking deep thinking and philosophy, and considers himself such a deep thinker, I don't expect that kind of behavior from him. I expect that kind of behavior from Sammy Guevara. And that's why, to me, he's got no fucking credibility. You know what I'm saying? He's just got no credibility, and he needs to just go away. Just go away. Just go hang out with Justin Wang, okay?
Justin Wayne.
And did you see? It's all falling apart, Brian. Your fucking worst nightmares are coming true. And fucking Buddy Murphy has decided that now he has mental health issues because he's not a champion. So now he's got to go home and just fucking hang out with Rhea Ripley.
See,
and
but is this
post
even
about
true?
it.
Is this a confirmed
That's
true
he,
thing?
apparently, that's the truth. Unless, you know what? If I was a dirt sheet reporter, my favorite thing to do would just be making up stories about Malachi Black, watching him just go nuts about it. I just be, oh, rumor has it. Guys, breaking news. Hold on. Guys, I'm getting a fucking, wow, hold on. Listen, look, guys, hold on. Come here. Everybody watching at home, I need you to clip this because, yeah, no. I'm getting a text from a friend that I have deep within wrestling. And that friend said that they heard a rumor that when Malachi Black went live to, complain about his mental health and basically, chastise and criticize, rightly so, everybody on the dirt sheets, apparently he was on his way to the hospital because he had a hamster or gerbil up the butt accident.
Hamster or gerbil.
So that whole promo, he had a hamster or that's just a rumor that I heard from my friend deep in the company. And I'm talking about high level people here. I'm talking about the highest level people. They told me that they heard a rumor about that he had a gerbil up his butt during that Instagram live. So, listen.
You can fit many things up your butt, so I don't doubt it.
I'm just saying, listen, my heart goes out to the guy. We all deal with mental health issues. And we're lucky enough to have only 10 viewers. I'm sure if we had 10,000 viewers, half of them would be threatening to murder us. So the more famous you get, the harder it is. But, Malachi Black, listen, I'm sorry, bro. You just don't got the chops, dude.
Don't got the juice, Papa.
You just don't got it, man. Hey, you know what? Go away, man. Just go sail away in your canoe. Okay?
Go sail away. Go sail away. Sticks, Drop my phone.
So that's my take. Sean, what do you think? Care to weigh in?
I think
Julia Hart broke her butt. So fucking Buddy Murphy's going back to Australia supposedly to get his visa situated. He's got a mental health / visa situation. Probably wants to, spend more time with Rhea Ripley. Who wouldn't, And then Julia Hart broke her butt. She just smashed her butt into 1,000 pieces. So I'm sorry.
So now it's just Brody King. It's just Brody King all by himself by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, if you're going to be a crybaby, go home, be a crybaby. But if you want to be a man, be a man.
Great take. Love it. Rectal health is important. Mental health and rectal health are important. So Malachi Black, dude, we wish you all the best.
I think he was most perturbed about receiving death threats from something that came from somebody else, like a rumor that stemmed from somebody else's words.
What was that? That he so the rumors were that he's going to go back to WWE.
Right.
So is he mad at? So that's a great transition into the White Rabbit mystery. Mm-hmm. They had Malachi Black's old theme music's lyrics, probably one of my favorite modern themes.
So that was Incendiary, right?
Yeah. So is that kind of what happened? Am I putting that together? Like AEW fans who, are
Smarks.
Yeah, man, I almost just,
Smarks is the only word that you can use for the people that find out these crazy things.
So, but basically what he's saying is that the death threats that he received are because of the rumors of him going back to WWE.
Right.
Could you leave us?
Now, who reported those rumors?
It was definitely like Ringside News. It was like one of the bigger, more
So he's
reputable
not mad
places.
at Triple H about doing the no man is ever truly good.
It's strictly there's no beef with him in any kind of WWE, AEW. It was strictly him talking about the people that report the fucking things that they think are going on.
Well, anyway, listen, like I said, I agree with him. I got all the sympathy in the world for him, but you know how that's just like, he's just annoying to me. It's like, oh, you and Zelina Vega are on it. He's got plenty of money. And you know what? He's got plenty of value too. He's got plenty of ways to make money moving forward.
He has a whole clothing line.
Right. So, well, not even that. Just appearances, whatever he wants to do. Right. Whatever.
Right.
Book he's gonna write, whatever spoken word poetry book or fucking band he's gonna be in. He's got plenty. He's fine. He's fine, and he's lucky.
He'll be all right.
He's one of the luckier people.
I would say he works hard, though. I would say that he's not a hard-working person.
Yeah, but he works hard. But I don't think he's a hard-working person. I think that his hard work.
I think that he created that whole thing.
It's all self-serving.
It's not easy to create, though.
Well, if you get a whole, you get a whole bunch of tattoos and then be the whole bunch of tattooed guy. I mean, the only thing you need for that is a tattoo artist.
That's true.
What if he didn't have tattoos? What would his character be? He'd be fucking the third person in the Viking Raiders.
He'd be Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, well, Buddy Murphy at least fucking is on the gas.
But he wrestles kind of similar. They have very similar wrestling styles.
Yeah, lame.
They're both really good wrestlers, man. You can't deny that.
Well, whatever. All the best for Malachi. We love you, bro. Get that mental health straightened out. Get that rectal health supposedly straightened out.
White Rabbit, though.
I've seen Edge connected to it. I've seen Malachi connected to it. I think those are just
Edge coming back. Edge came back on Monday, so that kind of like undid
to immediately dispel the rumors.
Right. That. Do you think that's why they did it?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you think Triple H is just like the master of Twitter now?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that Triple H said it's like somebody that nobody's talking about?
Yeah, it's like Bray Wyatt's new person.
Right, so it's gonna be Bray Wyatt, but it's gonna be a different name. It's not even gonna be the Fiend. It's gonna be like what Wyndham. It's gonna be like Barry Windham.
What do you think, Sean?
I think it's gonna be somebody that's completely different of Bray Wyatt. I think it's Alexa Bliss.
Oh, so you think it's not gonna have anything to do with him?
No, I think it's just a super heel turn for Alexa. I think it's just they don't know what to do with her with this whole tag scenario that she's in, and she's still coming out with the doll, so she's still attached to that character. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to show you. She hasn't let it go, okay, but she reverted back to she didn't revert back. The psychiatrist she was seeing, you know what I'm saying, got her to this point. So she still has some sort of tie with that character. I don't want to necessarily go and say that it's Bray Wyatt, because Triple H also went on a podcast and recently said he is a victim of his own thoughts. So clearly they may not have the confidence in him to give him that role again, because he's dropped the ball multiple times. But the character on the other hand, what they've done with Alexa Bliss, and they make her go dark and all that, I think this is just for her. And maybe she may be debuting alongside somebody new, somebody we've never seen before. That is the White Rabbit. She's bringing the White Rabbit. So I think it's Alexa. I don't think it's Bray.
Well, you're saying, so you think Alexa's going to bring the right rabbit,
Yep.
White Rabbit.
Yep. Pajama Dan says it's Bad Bunny.
I think that's probably the best case scenario. Sean, I like where you're at with that opinion. That doesn't seem too far off from what could happen. Also, it's kind of like, okay, and I hate to put it this way, but I feel like, especially with Tony Khan on the other side, like, even though they've fallen a long way, he still delivered Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, and fucking like CM Punk within like a year, right? Yeah. And I think with that current climate over there of like huge surprises, I think that if it's not going to be Bray Wyatt, if it was another male wrestling talent, like from another company or like a new guy, I think that because everyone thinks it's Bray Wyatt, you'd be setting that person up to completely fail.
Yeah.
Because it would be a huge
get booed out of the building.
letdown. Right. Because everyone's already got the phones going. Everyone already thinks it's Bray Wyatt. But by doing it with Alexa, that's a safe bet. Like, nobody's going to boo that out of the building. Of course, it'll be still a disappointment that it wasn't Bray, but it's like
booed,
that still happened for her. It's like she's still connected with Bray, and it still gives them hope that it will be Bray at some point. And maybe this is kind of Triple H's way of saying, "Hey, Bray, we're building you a little thing here.
Maybe Braun is the White Rabbit.
I think it might just.
He already came back. I think that. Dude,
I don't. But what are they doing with him? All he's doing is just
If it was-
power bombing people.
If I'm
He's in a
attendance-
strap match actually against Drew McIntyre.
I
Bro,
thought that was Karrion Kross.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah, it's
No,
Kross.
The strap match is
For
Cross
Extreme Rules, it's
and
Kross
Drew
and
McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Oh, whatever.
Braun Strowman's wrestling Gable on Monday.
Yeah, he's
I
just
think
going
that's the
back and
match.
forth with.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm at a show and it's anybody except for Bray Wyatt, I'm booing until my voice is gone. And I guarantee you, everybody, the majority feel the same way.
No, because if it was Aleister Black, you would love it.
No, I don't. But see, there's no way it's gonna be Aleister Black
Because he's depressed.
because he literally the man just said that he has no problem with Tony Khan. He's still employed by the boy.
But he had a gerbil up his butt, supposedly during that.
You know the only way to get a gerbil out of your butt?
A vacuum?
No, a cat.
Is that why you have two, Brian?
My kitties love me, all right?
Urka says, I will require at least 2 to 7 cinematic matches to accept this Bray return. I would love a cinematic.
Dude, I miss the cinematic.
So his
I'm a big
last
fan.
match, his last match was the WrestleMania return from COVID against Randy. Randy's also still away.
You think
Randy
he's the
also
White
tag
Rabbit?
team with Bray.
Dude, I mean, they already had they already had Randy get his face burned and wear that weird skin mask. What are they gonna have him come
Remember
back
that?
with rabbit ears?
I'm telling you right now, they're gonna continue doing these QR codes, and the White Rabbit will finally debut at Crown Jewel after the Logan Paul Roman Reigns match.
No way. They wouldn't do.
Yep.
They wouldn't waste that on Crown Jewel.
Why not?
You can't because it's not in the United States, dude. They gotta make
And-
money off of that.
And
That's big
also,
money, Matt. Dude,
no,
that's
because-
millions of dollars. Dude.
Nah, dude, it's already the fucking what do you say, the fucking like style of the White Rabbit gimmick to be given dates, right? They popped the 923 rating because they gave a date, like making you think that maybe it was gonna happen, right? So they keep like, so the White Rabbit, by all proof so far, will give a date of its arrival. It's not going to be a surprise.
It's already given a date. The date that it gave
The 30th
just
of
gave
September.
it was the
Yeah,
that's Friday.
yeah, it's just doing all Friday, and then
It's
Friday it's
Friday.
going to leave you to another thing, and then a thing, another thing. And I'm just saying, like, the time that it debuts will be also a date. But you know,
It's gonna
hey,
be
listen,
Crown Jewel. It's gonna be Crown Jewel.
they've already started the clock on it, so you know, I think Crown Jewel would be a mistake because you don't need to. Crown Jewel, those people are getting held at gunpoint to be in that building, dude.
No, they're not.
I don't
You're
know,
bugging,
man.
dude. Those people. I'm gonna say that's one of their like probably biggest events of the year because of how much money they make.
Well, they also have
Yeah.
the World Cup this year, Thanksgiving week
In Turks and Caicos, no, what's it called?
in Qatar.
Qatar.
They would need to set up something after that match.
Not
They
to be
need some-
confused with keytar,
need-
which is the guitar with the keyboard on it. Yeah, Qatar, not keytar.
after the Logan Paul Roman Reigns match. They'll need somebody to come out to set something
No
up
way, dude.
for
You
going
are
forward.
bugging. They're just gonna do that the next Monday or whatever. They never do surprises at Crown Jewel. Look it up.
No, it'd be
I'm just
so
There hasn't
guessing.
been that
them to
many
do
Crown
that.
Jewels. There's only been like 2 Crown
There's
Jewels.
been like at least
Dude,
4.
There's been a handful of Crown Jewels, bro.
There's
And what
been
I
like
can tell you
3.
about these Crown Jewel pay-per-view matches are
More
that
like Crown
they
Poo.
are equivalent to whatever would have been an exhibition match, meaning just things that are put together for a crowd.
Titles
just
have
names.
changed. Titles have changed at Crown
Yeah,
Jewel.
but that's
They
okay.
bro, but titles have changed at house shows that I've been in at the Garden.
So
I've
why
seen
can't a
AJ
debut
Styles
happen?
beat Kevin Owens
Why
at
can't
a
a
house
debut
show?
happen at a Crown Jewel? It's a big pay-per-view.
Johnny
No.
Radke, what's up? Johnny Radke for champ, aka the Man Bun Jesus.
Kane debuted at a Bad Blood.
97.
Right.
He won the
Dude,
title.
Brian, you are
No,
out
he
of
didn't do
control.
anything.
dude.
He set up his feud for the fucking going forward though.
Bad take, Bry, on fire right now.
Bro. That was 97. We're in 2022.
Yeah, God
Right
damn it.
now, yeah, WWEF at the time wasn't even a publicly traded company at the time. So if you're doing something in Saudi, the money is for something. Logan Paul is a money guy. Roman
Right.
Reigns is a
He's
money
gonna
guy.
lose. He's there.
The White Rabbit, regardless if you want to acknowledge it or not, is not a money thing because they're not
Unproven.
here yet.
Unproven weird thing.
You
And
know,
you know
what? I'm saying?
what?
So they have to do it at a show here.
And what,
know
you're
what I'm
gonna
saying? Let's be
you're gonna
serious.
waste a Bray Wyatt return on a bunch of, no offense, people from Saudi Arabia who don't even give a shit. You know what I'm
Why do
saying?
they not
what's
give a
going
shit?
on.
They don't. Okay, I'm not saying they don't give a shit, but it's like you could bring anybody out and they'll cheer because it's like a country that doesn't get a lot of wrestling. It's like a special thing. It's like the Bray Wyatt pop has to be in fucking the States because then all the fucking smarky WWE fans, which once again they're a different level than they're different smart levels, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And that's nothing.
So when does the White Rabbit debut? So what are they building? What are they building towards here?
You know what? I don't know. And I
So
don't
I have
care.
a question. I have a
You don't care.
So,
You
I do
hate
care.
White
I do
Rabbit.
care. I do care.
So every
I hope it's
QR
Bray
code,
Wyatt.
Is it
does
Cody
every
Rhodes?
QR code
No.
lead to another date?
Yeah, I
The
think
next QR code led to the zip code of like a city in Maine. There's like a 5-digit number. It's like the zip code of Maine or something.
maybe it'll
It's a
be
city in Maine.
you know, I think Extreme Rules is a little too early. I think Crown Jewel is unlikely. Maybe they'll string it along until Hell in the
Listen.
Cell in October. Because
I
isn't
know-
Hell in the Cell the October pay-per-view?
Crown
I know
Jewel's
that-
November?
Yeah, November 5th.
Huh. Oh, wow. So what do I know then?
So I think Extreme Rules is the October pay-per-view.
It is October 8th.
Larry
Right.
Legend says it's Edge. Johnny Radke says it's Ryback.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pajama Dan says that those coordinates
That
are for
location
Wyndham,
is
Maine.
Wyndham, Maine.
Dude, if it's Ryback, I think I'd shit my pants, dude. I just think I'd scream if it was Ryback.
I would
Why?
love. I
I
loved
loved Dude, I loved Ryback, dude. Ryback,
Ryberg.
dude, Feed Me More was so dope. And I hate anybody that didn't like it.
Wow, Brian, you are out of control.
You hated Feed Me More.
I
Hated it. I want to know. I want to know. Right. Quick answers here.
Quick answer. I wasn't watching that. I had a lot better
Okay,
things to do
that's
than
fair.
watch Ryback wrestle.
Yeah, I wasn't.
What
a
were you
fan
doing?
of Ryback.
2005. I don't know. Probably drinking beers, hanging out,
Drinking beers.
Fair. Touche.
fucking trying to write this wrestling musical that I got in the works.
Whatever. Ryback's dope.
Yo, I think if it's not, I think Hell in the Cell, late October, little Halloween vibe. You got the fucking White Rabbit because it's not going to last long. You're not going to be able to
Well,
do
the 10th
this.
October 10th, they're in Brooklyn, and we all know whenever they come back to
2012.
New York City, there's always
Whatever.
something that happens.
I'm just saying
The
that
X 25th reunion.
there's now
yes.
there's now a half-life to this. You know what I mean? There's now a shelf life to this or whatever. Like you can't just be given QR codes and dates for until Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You-
so far away.
Yeah, you gotta like. So what's the next thing? Like, and then Survivor Series isn't really about anything other than like the brand challenge.
The war game.
But that's why
War
I'm thinking that the White Rabbit is debuted at either Extreme Rules or Crown Jewel with like the pay-per-view to set up
What's
the
the
next.
October pay-per-view?
It's Extreme Rules. God damn it!
Oh,
The 8th, the same night as Mox and Gage.
Right. But that's why I think that the White Rabbit will debut at the pay-per-view to set up Roman Reigns as the next opponent. He's gonna need a challenger for his belt.
All
Well,
right,
I think at November Survivor Series, which is the following month, they go into War Games. So if anything that's going to get started is the feud leading into that pay-per-view in Boston.
So
So
Sami
the White
Zayn's-
Rabbit,
Sami
all I have to
Zayn's-
say about the White Rabbit is fuck the White Rabbit.
yeah, Brian. What I was doing in 2012 was writing sick breakdowns, dude.
We were writing music.
We
I was
were writing
watching wrestling and
Crush.
making music.
Nah, I think if I was watching wrestling, I wouldn't have been able to write the sickest breakdowns. Here's a good question from Larry. By the way, if you guys want free T-shirts,
Want me
either
to show them again?
Patreon, yes, please do. Brian, describe it.
Ladies
Take
and
it over.
gentlemen, this is what's his name?
This is a misprint of
Shane Mercer.
Shane
misprint.
Mercer. I love the design though, dude. I love Say Oswa, and
Good
the
old
design is
misprint
really awesome.
Mercer.
It's a really cool design. It's just really small. It says Iron Demon. It's dope. It's a large.
Keep it then.
No,
Like
I'm- we're
iron
giv-
dumbass.
Dude, Shane Mercer is amazing. Athlete.
Cool. Well, he certainly can't measure a graphic of a shirt.
No, he probably didn't do it. He probably paid a very cheap amount for it.
He probably sent
then-
it in a 15 pixel by 18 pixel format. Didn't even know. Now
This
this
is a
one.
nice design.
We have an LA Fights baseball logo.
Now Brian says that you could wear this to a fancy occasion or maybe even a job interview.
Either.
Either
Fancy
or.
shoes.
So the highest
put
number of super
Yeah,
chat.
if you put like a white button-down shirt over this and have just like a little pink showing in the front, dude.
Yeah. So right now, if you were to super chat $5, you would get your pick of either one of those because nobody has bid yet. And I think we're going to start doing that every week. 2 things to give away. Next week, I'll bring 2 things to the table. I already got them in mind.
I'll bring some new giveaways.
Yeah. And so every week is a giveaway. Highest super chat, funniest, most insightful super chat, or AKA the one that I agree with. Okay, so this is a good question. I think a great topic. Was Paige coming out the loudest pop you've ever been in attendance for?
No. I was in attendance for when Stone Cold came back from his hiatus when he did like a CM Punk. He did like the CM Punk walkaway.
Oh, the 03 comeback.
The 03 comeback, and it was like
he was Big Show.
He stunned the Big Show. Yeah.
Yep.
It was like Nassau Coliseum.
Yep. I think one of the loudest pops I was in the building for was June 23rd, 2003, when Triple H beat Kane in the main event. He had to take his mask off.
Wow.
Can I do an honorable mention before you, Pat?
Yo, please do.
Honorable mention. I was at WrestleMania 20 when Chris Benoit won the championship versus Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
What a night.
And that was absolutely insane.
Of course, you would cite some kind of Chris Benoit thing.
Dude, it was insane, though. Can I tell you, the crowd was going insane for like 20 minutes.
Everybody was crying.
That sounds
Dude,
great.
Tears. Eddie Guerrero was there. It was insane. Insane moment.
I'm trying to think. Oh, man, I got like, I haven't been to as many live shows as you guys. I guess, the year before at Arthur Ashe, maybe the original, like, Adam Cole fucking entrance at Arthur Ashe the year before. Because here's what I've been thinking about. I've been in buildings where I think it's loud, but then realistically it's only like 1,500 people, right? So
Weren't you at Mania, though?
I was at Mania.
That's a lot of people.
But Mania was more of like, there was no roof on Mania.
That's true.
It's like, it was like, so I'm counting out all independent attendances, right? Like, because even though maybe I got chills and I thought it was like a really great moment and felt very, very big and loud, you got to think about like the big stadiums. And yeah, we did go to Mania.
It's a lot of people.
But I don't even think of Mania. The first thing I thought of besides Paige was Adam Cole versus Ricochet at NXT, where they did the backflip super kick.
Was that Barclays?
Yeah, at Barclays. So that's kind of, I kind of immediately thought of that.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
But then,
those NXT crowds were so loud, dude.
But then thinking of Adam Cole made me think about everybody going, boom, last year at Arthur Ashe, which was like pretty. That like might have been completely unanimous. And the year before it was
that was a sold out show.
It was sold out,
year,
and literally every
year.
single person went boom, and that was like pretty dope. But then and once again, I forgot that I went to Mania because much like the show last week at the Grand Salami, I had like 100 beers. You know what I'm saying?
WrestleMania beers.
Yeah, and I was drinking Mania beers with Doink out in the parking lot.
Right.
So it's like, and then so that was the Rock Cena, and that was actually the first year of CM Punk. That was
good.
CM Punk versus Undertaker too.
Oh, dude,
that was crazy, bro.
That might be my favorite CM Punk ever.
You were there for that, Pat?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
man,
sick. That was
when he did the urn, when he poured the ashes out, dude.
I completely fell asleep by John Cena versus The Rock. I was like passing out.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean,
it was like sitting on the couch trying to keep your eyes open for a movie because we had been drinking since like 11
hours. Yeah, that's an insane amount of time. Was that one of the first times they did a 2-night?
No, that was a one night. 33,
that was a one night?
Maybe 28. I don't know. 29. 29, yeah, whatever. And then they were back for like 33 or 34 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, so I'll tell you this. It's up there.
The Paige pop was loud, dude.
I mean, it was double what the Acclaimed got.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Dude, I lost my shit. I lost my shit. I'm sorry to cut you off, Sean, but I lost my shit less during the acclaimed match because of the fuck up that happened.
Yeah, it was like kind of a little drawn out, and plus,
it was fucked up.
To me, it was too obvious, and I don't want to just echo what somebody else has said, what the other pundits have said, and saying I guess the common knowledge is that it should have happened at the pay-per-view. And because it is common knowledge, I think it made it less special to me. It's like everybody knew they were going to win. It's like it's too late. It was like two shows too late. Like a show too late, 2 shows too late. Yeah, for sure.
And they had the fuck up. But yeah,
and there was the whole fuck up. And that's another thing too. Nobody really cared, but psychology-wise, you had to win because Billy Gunn gave a famouser.
Yeah, I think he was pretty upset about the fact that they couldn't keep up with themselves and he had to take control of the match.
Do you think he called that? You think he called that famouser?
Of course. 100%.
He was just I thought
it was just bring him over here. We got to get this on control and get it out of here. We got to bring this home.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was too much.
He was probably shitting his pants. In an angry way, not in a nervous way. He was clenching his 70-year-old butt cheeks and just shitting his pants. Probably had that same chicken sandwich that we had.
Dude, you're talking shit, but that was a good chicken sandwich. It was just too spicy. I couldn't stop eating it.
The reason why I was so miserable the next day is because of the beers and the weed brownie and not the chicken sandwich.
The poo brownie.
Dude, that was
I would say the beers. I would say the beers. The beers probably contributed more to your upset stomach than the chicken.
You don't know
sandwich.
me. The chicken. Me and Brian were there for Dudley Boy's re-debut in WWE in 2017 or so. Loudest pop ever.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Was Sting hid inside the that statue the whole time, dude.
Yep.
Dude, that was such an epic night. That was when John Cena FU'd Jon Stewart for
costing him the match because he didn't want him to tie Flair.
Yeah.
Yo, that was great.
That was great shit.
That was a good SummerSlam.
What year was that?
2017.
Damn,
Yo,
man,
and you
that's
know what?
fucking
the
mad long ago.
2017 Survivor Series, or maybe that was 2016, where it was if John Cena loses, if his team loses, he loses his job. So I think that must have been in 2016 because that's when the original Crow Sting thing first came back. I think.
When did he say he saved John Cena?
I
from
think
Ziggler.
So. Yeah, it was the Big Show turned on Cena, got and 2 guys were immediately eliminated. So it was 4-on-1 against Cena. They were all beating, and he won. I think he won. Cena somehow pulled it off, but then they were all beating the shit out of him. Sting came out, so that makes sense that the next. No, I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I'm all
Sting,
fucked up.
could you consider Sting the greatest of all time?
One of the greatest of all time, for sure.
Yeah,
just from sheer time and he was in WCW, WWE, AEW, and even before that shit, dude.
I can't believe what he's been doing since he almost died.
He's an insane machine.
He literally almost broke his spine in half.
Seth Rollins killed him.
Yeah, he couldn't even walk, dude. That was wild. And the fact that he's actually wrestling matches now, jumping off of things.
He's gonna wrestle the Great Muta in the Great Muta's final match.
Yeah.
Where is that? When is that?
In Noah. Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan in January. I think January 23rd, they said.
Wow, what a delight.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's wild shit, man.
It's gonna be good.
What are you guys' favorite canes? You got
cocaine.
You got corporate. You got corporate Kane, you got bad blood Kane, you got black with red negative film Kane, you got no mask Kane, you got Kane and Daniel Bryan. Of course, you have Mayor Kane, he's pro anti-abortion and anti-guns.
I think he's pro guns.
He's pro guns and anti-abortion.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, my bad. Yeah,
that's
you guys
a
are
double
right.
whammy. He's a double whammy.
Yeah, so because we were talking about that because the guy who said that the MJF shirt was offensive,
right?
Who said that a devil worshiper shirt would be the same as wearing a swastika shirt. But then, Brian, you said that deep within the bowels of YouTube that this same guy interviewed Kane.
He interviewed Kane. He's a big fan. He's a big fan of Kane.
Because of the religious stuff, probably.
Because of the religion, but he's the devil's favorite demon.
So did the guy interview Glenn Jacobs, the mayor, or did he interview
So
Kane?
I think he did both. He did a mayor interview and then did a Kane interview on his wrestling podcast.
And Kane was a demon?
So he put the mask on?
I don't know. I'd have to do a deeper
Did he
dive.
put the mask with the hair on?
Maybe he wore his Devil's Favorite Demon shirt.
You know, I think that guy probably, based on that tweet, and by the way, he is verified, so I am inclined to agree with him more than either of you two jabronis. You know, all of you harlot, anti-religion fucking sinners. You know, I'm inclined to agree with the blue check religious guy, obviously, because of the check. And I think he was probably interviewing Demon Kane to show everybody, to show his like church group,
He's a human.
that he's a human being. He's
Wow,
a
look
human being.
Look who's behind me.
There he is. A real human being and a real hero. Real human being.
What's your favorite Kane, Pat?
Yo, I mean, I gotta go. Rip the door off, Bad Blood. Then that following
OG Kane.
The first Kane. You know, and that to me that connects with like the rise of Mankind, the Boiler Room match where Paul Bearer turned on the Undertaker.
All of it.
Right?
It's all of it.
Started,
Dude.
yeah, with the and that really started the path to like Mankind, and then you had a little Vader sprinkled in there somewhere, maybe
The
I think.
Executioner,
And then
Gordy.
basically Kane versus Mankind at SummerSlam. I've never seen this before. Mankind, the lights stayed red. It was for Kane's first ever match, and Mankind was on the top rope, and Kane jumped up onto the apron like Brock Lesnar. Ric Flair press slam
Onto the outside.
from the top rope to the outside. It was insane. It was, and you know what? That was probably one of the first at the time. That was probably one of the first like Mankind bumps that I'd seen. Where I was like, oh, this guy is just a different guy. This guy's just different. Because I'm sure that in the Boiler Room there was something weird, but I think I was like I wasn't there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, there was one match with Cactus Jack. It was a WCW Saturday night, and it was Vader accompanied to the ring by Harley Race. Cactus goes to do a sunset flip onto the outside. His back smacks the Disney MGM studio floor. And that's all you hear is just his back smacking the floor.
That man still walks, dude.
Bumps were wild, bro. Wild. Even into his like WWF years, they were still wild. Ripping up the mat and taking the backdrops on the floor. Bro, that's insane.
Swinging neck breaker on the concrete. So good. So simple. You know, I saw that, do you guys remember the pandemic sensation, the Isolated Wrestling Federation?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Yeah, well, I saw, you know, and that leader of the IWF, Isolated Wrestling Federation, cultivated a relationship with Mankind over Cameo. And that's because Mick Foley, Mankind, God bless him, he will still take any booking there is, including a Cameo, including any kind of, anyway, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I saw that the IWF wrestlers were reuniting and filmed something right here in Brooklyn, New York, with the legend, the hardcore legend, the God himself, Mick Foley.
Was it in Long Island?
No, it was in Brooklyn. I literally just said that a moment ago.
I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk.
I just said Brooklyn.
Where in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. I don't know. Somewhere in Brooklyn.
And what is it going to be? It's just going to, they're going to release it.
I think it's like a We Are the World music video kind of thing. You know?
No, what is a We Are the World music video?
Hands Across America. We Are the World.
So it's just going to be a video of them with Mick Foley dancing?
God damn it, Brian.
We are hardcore.
What are you, not into charity?
We like the chair shots. You swing some barbed wire in my face, I'll rub it in your face too. You know, something like that, Brian. Never seen the video of Michael Jackson getting mad at like Cyndi Lauper and like a bunch of other people because they couldn't keep up with the song. That was the video. So I think he was doing something like that with them in Brooklyn. Jay-Z was there supposedly. Fabulous from AEW that night.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, I just want to get final thoughts. You think you're ever going to see CM Punk? I know I'm just making a hard left here, but I just now want to fill out what's left on my notepad here. The show is coming to a close. You know, we're like more than halfway through, much more than halfway through. Probably in the last quadrant, fourth quarter. Four's up. Yo, by the way, just do a super chat of like $5, $6. You win these LA Fight shirts. Yo, that LA Fight shirt, if that was an XL, I'd take it. Because I got a job interview
It's
tomorrow.
pretty big. It runs pretty big.
Don't tell me that. I know that's the oldest trick in the book, Brian.
Just don't try it.
So I just want to cross off my checklist of what else we want to talk about. Final thoughts. And viewers, please. Larry Legend, shout out. Pork Chop Express, great hanging. We got Dr. Toboggan out here. Urka, of course. Pajama Dan.
I'm sorry. Because
Alicia,
Larry Legend,
I saw you before.
Because Larry Legend is here. Whoever does a super chat gets a Larry Legend sticker.
Wow.
What?
Well, that I want. I want that sticker.
That's a dope sticker. It looks like a vinyl.
It's a dope sticker.
It's pretty dope.
So, yo, you think that these motherfuckers are going to buy out CM Punk? You think that the investigation has anything to do with it? Or you think the investigation, they're just doing it so that they can find a reason to buy him out? Or maybe the investigation, he doesn't even need to get bought out. Maybe the investigation, he just gets his ass fired.
I think that at some point, TK met up with the originators of AEW, the Bucks, Kenny, just the original core. And I think there were, feelings spilled on the table. And it was just, this guy came in and it's just been all him. And, this company wouldn't be where it's at right now if it wasn't for us. And I think you really need to think about that before you go and start making decisions based on what this crybaby's going out there and saying. Because what he's doing is making a fool of us as a company. We're not here for that. We're here to bring the competition, but not fight amongst each other or just. It
what
sucks, dude. It's a toxic work environment. Nobody wants that.
I got it. You're really making me think, Sean, and I appreciate those comments because I'm thinking about it like if I was Tony Khan and I was the owner, it's like, yeah, I'm super pissed at the Young Bucks and Kenny and Adam Page for being like Bush League weirdos. And I think that everything that CM Punk thought about was true. I think that Adam Page was an asshole. I think that the whole situation with Colt Cabana triggered Punk, but he was trying to be cool. But I think that they were leaking stuff. I think all that stuff. And you heard Aleister Black say that there's, that's the shit. That's just the poison, right?
Yep.
I think that's all correct. And I'm not even mad about CM Punk saying something about it in the media scrum. I'm not really mad at CM Punk, but if I was the owner of the company and I was trying to keep my company in business, I think it's just like, yo, CM Punk, I love you, but I really wish you hadn't punched the dude. Because it's like I think that Kenny and the Young Bucks and Adam Page are weak, and I think they're lame, and I think they're bad for business, and I think they're super toxic and creating a toxic work environment. I think Cody Rhodes realized that and just quietly left respectably. And you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, Cody Rhodes kind of took the burden on himself. Mm-hmm. He was like, yo, he just bowed out and left and let everybody shit on him. He didn't turn around. He didn't read Twitter and then go Instagram live and say like, well, actually I was run out because this, and this. But I think that's kind of similar. I think that him and Brandy were a little bit uncomfortable and I think they left. But at the end of the day, long story short, you got to get rid of CM Punk because you either got to get rid of him or you got to get rid of like 4 guys, including like have like other guys who are like angry, so yeah, you got to get rid of CM Punk. It sucks, but you just got to take the L, less addition by subtraction.
Dude, he's completely unprofessional.
How dare you, Brian? Brian, you've been hunting and searching for his demise this whole time.
goddamn cuck.
No, you are wrong. CM Punk, honestly, after this last display,
Unprofessional.
he's my
man.
hero, dude. He's done something that Malachi Black and Bray Wyatt could never hope to ever do, which is uphold the standards of true punk rock and really do what the songs say. And that's fucking stay true to your convictions.
I think he's a loser.
Well, you know what? Jamie Johnson from Hatebreed, every song he's ever written says that CM Punk's fucking cool.
Hatebreed?
Yeah. Every New York hardcore song, every punk rock song, every CBGB's band that's ever written a song about telling the man to go fuck themselves and staying true to what you believe in. And you know what? Hey, if you got a problem with me, come see me in my locker room. Oh, you're in my locker room? Punch! That
he's
is what punk rock is all
cuck.
about, dude.
He's a cuck and trying to get himself over, dude.
Nah, dude. Punk... Okay, yes.
Selfish.
You know
he's a selfish.
Okay.
He's a selfish fucking little boy, and I think he's a bitch.
Okay.
And I think that he did that on purpose, and then he went and punched the man, and it's all a goddamn shit show. And he's a joke.
He's
a goddamn joke.
On his
unprofessional man.
On his way in to AEW, he might have been posturing. He might have been a little bit fake. Maybe your instincts about him were right, Brian. But I'm going to tell you, man. After that media scrum rant. And that fucking subsequent fallout of that or whatever, I'm just saying, never back down, never give in, just let the fucking bastards do themselves in. Bastards.
He's old and tired, and he wrestles children.
Yo, dude.
He's a goddamn bitch.
I don't think I'm old and I'm tired and I'm sick of working with children.
Dude, he's not even old. Ric Flair just wrestled a goddamn match.
Nah, dude, that might be the truest statement that anybody has ever said in all of wrestling, dude. That might be. And you know what, dude? If Ric Flair was CM Punk's age, now, in this day and age, having to deal with Twitter and having to do the shit, he would have done the same shit. If fucking Booker T acted towards CM Punk the way that CM Punk is acting towards Adam Page. You know what I'm saying? But nobody told Booker T to get the fuck out of the company. You know what I'm saying? So CM Punk is a product of his environment.
I don't think Booker T just punched anybody in the face.
Stood his ground, dude.
No, I don't think he punched anybody in the face, dude.
Fully justified. Yo, you know what? Hey, if you got a problem with me,
justified?
If you got a problem
There's
with me,
no way it's justified to just punch a boy in the face.
Yo, he said
he punched his.
No, yo,
Bret
the
Hart
EVPs. No, the EVPs of the company should have fucking gone to Tony and said, "Hey, we need to have a sit down tomorrow. We're all gonna go cool off, and we're all gonna have a sit down tomorrow." CM Punk,
the EVPs brought in the talent relations boss and the other the vice president of the company. They were with people of high standards.
Yo, which makes CM Punk even more badass. That he just reached through the lawyers and the fucking lawyers and the fucking, and he fucking was like, "Oh yeah, bitch, whap, boom." What would Toby from H2O do, dude?
Fucking idiot.
No,
who was the one that bit Kenny Omega?
I think it was probably Larry, but Ace is taking the fall for it. Because, Kenny Omega, if he has his way, Larry will get put down, dude. Can't have that.
Looks like a human bite on his arm.
Hold on, let's hear this. Can't be EVP and also an active roster member. Pat is right. Punk's the worst. We'll be glad when he's gone, says Pajama Band. Don't even have to like CM Punk. Shout out Dr. Toboggan for realizing I'm yelling throwdown. Stay true to your convictions.
Punk is
back what's fucking yours.
How dare you compare him to Hatebreed and Throwdown? How dare you?
How dare you?
Why is that, Brian? Why dare they, Brian?
Because I love Hatebreed and I hate CM Punk.
Well, you know what? That you are more lost than you've ever been, because the only thing...
I think that about you. I think you're the one that is lost, and you like a straight edge cuck.
Oh, okay. You don't have to be straight edge, dude.
He's a cuck. He is literally a cuck.
40 years of fucking hardcore music.
He wears a pro-abortion shirt, and he thinks he's the fucking man.
Well, you
Fuck
know what?
him.
Then
Puppy,
you know
take
what?
It easy, puppy.
Take
it easy.
Why don't you just hang out? Why don't you just go hang out with fucking corporate Kane then?
He's a panderer.
Cocaine.
He panders.
Don't have to be a fan of CM Punk to know he was fully justified. AEW is a sinking ship run by marks and active roster members with egos. Brian, did you listen to God's Hates covers of Under the Knife by HB?
No, I haven't heard God's
Blah,
Hates
blah, blah,
covers
blah,
of-
blah, 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 blah. What makes you
songs
think
did they do?
everything in this world that you have can't be taken away? There's something. It's kill or be killed. Live it easy like it life be my lesson. More than something. There's something in my heart.
Under the Knife, right,
I
right.
choose my own. I will not be a victim. My cries won't go unheard. Best part here. You've got to fight. Nick Jackson.
Fight Nick Jackson.
Sorry. Thanks for letting me do that for like 20 seconds. That's the best Under the Knife song, dude.
I'm a Not One Truth kind of guy.
Have you heard the First Blood cover of Under the Knife? Not Under the Knife, but whatever that song is, you know. Whew. Oh, man, I'm out of breath. Blah, what makes you think every... Yeah, dude. That... You know what's so funny? I was such a fan of Under the Knife that when Perseverance came out, I was like, oh, they sold out.
Dude, Perseverance is so heavy, dude.
I was like, oh, they sold out. They're writing hit songs now. I missed the Under the Knife hate beat, but
You can't even call those aren't hit songs.
little did I know that years and years later, Perseverance would be one of their best albums because they continued to sell out little by little every time.
Yep.
I think you're a goddamn fool. Their newest shit sounds like goddamn Slayer.
Well, that's why I don't like their newer shit.
That
so
means
it's like
they're sellouts?
no, but I'm just saying I viewed Perseverance as their newer shit that I hated, but then little did I know that they would have 15 more years of newer shit that I hated.
And you love CM, so you compare them to CM Punk, but you love CM Punk.
Dude, CM Punk,
Not a sellout.
Literally, okay. But the thing is, yeah, he's not a sellout because he didn't just come back for the first big paycheck. He thoughtfully found his like niche and like did his research and thought
He's got
that
the world's worst comeback of any wrestler ever.
Yeah,
He got a big pop. He got a big pop for his return. Won the belt twice. Never defended it. And he's a piece of shit.
That's because he had to wrestle independent cuck boys. And so that style isn't conducive. Yo, what do you think would happen to Ric Flair's
Everybody
body?
else wrestles him. Everybody else wrestles him. They're fine. CM Punk hurts his little foot.
Sean, what do you
Brian
think?
does
Little
wanna
arm.
fight.
What do you
CM
think?
Punk's a goddamn soft fucker.
He's old and he's tired. He's sick of working with children.
Children. He just wants to eat his cake.
And how do you
drink.
think that CM Punk is soft and not Malachi Black?
I think Malachi Black is cool as fuck.
I think if Malachi Black had the success that Punk had, he would never have mental issues.
You were just saying how much success Malachi Black has chilling in Tijuana.
Well, success, relatively speaking, success, but selfish people don't think that they're successful. Selfish people will, think that, you know what I'm saying.
I think CM Punk thinks he's the shit, and he's not. And I think that he thought that what he's doing was very cool.
It was.
But it was very unprofessional, and I think it's bullshit, dude.
No,
I think it's garbage.
Wrestling is wrong. CM Punk, CM Punk DIY till the day I die. My crew, my clique, my clan, ready to die for anybody who is down. Watch your fucking back.
Not good.
Yeah, no, the best, dude. I won't have you besmirch the name of CM Punk. You know what? Name one lead singer of a band that CM Punk likes. Fucking killed themselves because they're sad. Zero.
He
Zero.
listens to like fucking what's that band's called? Rancid, the worst band ever.
Rancid. All members still alive.
That band sucks.
Oh, now I'm Malachi Black. Oh, the guy from Power Trip. He wasn't successful like me. And
Power
Black
Trip is such a
Diamond,
good
Black
band,
Diamond.
dude.
All my friends have killed themselves because they're all mentally, sad like me. Real hardcore guys don't get sad. Real hardcore guys.
I think that's not true.
Shut the show down.
I think
Punch
that's not
drywall.
Everybody gets sad, and I think that you're a very insensitive man.
No, I'm the most sensitive. That's
Yeah,
why I
he's pretty
have.
sensitive.
That's why I have zero fucking sympathy for these cucks. Hey, if you got a problem with me, come into my locker room and I'll punch you. Hey, I'm in your locker room right now. Okay, I'm gonna punch you. Punch the simple math, simple mathematics. All right. Bret Hart punched Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I knocked him out.
And you know what? And here's another thing, dude. I'm gonna end my rant on this, okay? When Bret Hart punched Vince McMahon, he didn't know what he was doing. He was just standing tall for his beliefs in the moment, right? And you know what? It took like 25 years from the moment of Bret Hart punching Vince McMahon. It took like 20 years for people to actually go, wait a second. Bret was right.
You're comparing Bret Hart getting screwed by Vince McMahon to CM Punk losing,
took them 20
winning the title.
years.
CM Punk won the belt. He's tight about winning the belt. He's sitting there with the belt.
No, it wasn't
tight.
about the belt. It wasn't about the
Dude,
belt.
fuck CM Punk.
Of course he won the belt. He should. He should have.
He should not have.
No, you know what? You know what? He took that time. Fucking bury Hangman Adam Page, and I love that. And I'm just saying, just like real punk rock, just like real art and real fucking society-changing contributions, just like Bret Hart uppercutting Vince McMahon, it's going to take people like you 20 years to realize how fucking dope and awesome what CM Punk has done this year.
He didn't even do anything.
In 20 years.
Didn't do anything, even in 20 years.
You will say, wow, that guy was the man.
What'd he do?
He was sick of working with kids.
He
Urka
fucking
says,
gave it back
and
to the
he
man.
hit the kids.
There's no amount of money.
He failed. I would say that he failed.
No.
He failed his fans.
There's
He
no
failed
amount of
his
money.
fans.
There's no amount of
Failed
money.
fans.
There's no amount of money. No amount of fucking fans. No amount of TV time that'll shake him from his core beliefs. And his core beliefs told him that he wants to punch every single one of those guys.
So that means everybody should not watch AEW and nobody should like it because it sucks.
No, everyone should watch AEW. Everyone should like it. And CM Punk's got to go away. That's fine. He's got to be fired. But I'm just saying that he is
So what
a
was the point of
fucking
punching
hero.
him?
He's a hero.
He's not a hero. He didn't do anything.
Because
He's standing up for what he believes
It's
in.
about being something more than your fucking present situation. It's about being something more than yourself.
He
It's
ruined
about
a
legacy.
good thing, dude.
You know who cares about legacy?
He ruined his legacy.
You know who cares about legacy? Bret Hart. So he fucking uppercutted Vince McMahon, and he fucking just went into the great unknown, and that's what CM Punk's gonna do, dude.
He tarnished his legacy.
Who?
CM Punk.
No, the only one tarnishing their legacy
The worst
is you,
comeback
Brian.
of all time. You're bugging. He can't wrestle MJF. They can't have the payoff match. They can't do anything.
Well, you know what? Some people don't care about a payoff. Some people just stay true to their convictions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, some people, when they say they're vegetarian, don't go eating chicken sandwiches.
I was vegetarian for 7 years, and then I decided that I wanted to eat meat.
Well, you know what? CM Punk hadn't wrestled in 7 years. He decided he wrestled. Hadn't punched a wrestler in 7 years. Decided, you know what? It's time to punch a wrestler.
Well, he actually tried to He tried to fight in UFC and lost there too.
Oh, now Brian's a UFC commentator.
He's a bitch. He thinks he's tough as fuck. He thinks that he's hot shit and can do anything great wherever he goes. And I think he isn't. And doesn't.
I think he isn't and doesn't. I love that. All right, agree to disagree. Sean, care to weigh in? Listen, this was not going to affect our professional or personal relationships in any way. You know, just I want you to weigh in.
I think, listen, I'm a big believer in fighting for what you believe in and making sure that your bargain at the end of the table weighs more on your side. But then also, you may be rubbing people the wrong way. But in this case and scenario here, I do feel like there is a toxic environment that was created by the Bucks and Kenny, and I think he voiced his opinion on it. And even though Brian doesn't think it's good, I think he stood up for what he believed in, and I think that he's going to be poorly missed there.
Highly.
Poorly. Like, they're not going to miss him at all.
Oh, they're not going to miss him.
And I think that all the snowflake AEW fans are all mad at him and ready to move on. And you know what? I'm happy for them to move on because I want to get back on track. But, I'm just saying, everybody thought that 50% of people thought that Shawn Michaels was just as right as Bret Hart. And as time went on, it went 60-40. Then it went 70-30. And basically right now, 20 years later, we all unanimously agree that Bret Hart was right and Shawn Michaels was a problem, creating a toxic environment that drove Bret to stress, anxiety, and bitterness. And
how do you know that CM Punk wasn't creating the toxic environment?
Well, I mean, because of the facts, Brian.
What's the facts?
The facts are that before he got hurt, they were fucking leaking stuff saying that him and fucking Colt Cabana, that he got Colt Cabana fired. And then, because Hangman Adam Page wakes up and reads Dave Meltzer's comments that were fed to him by the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page just reads something online just like the rest of the fucking day. He just goes, I'm mad at CM Punk. And then basically buries CM Punk on TV. CM Punk gets hurt. And this is another thing. CM Punk, dude.
CM Punk gets hurt in his little heart.
No, but he got hurt on his foot. So he had to sit at home all summer thinking about how much he hated Hangman Page.
Yep.
That's not like healthy. I understand that's not healthy, but that's just like the way the cookie crumbled. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to feel for that guy because he's sitting at home all sad thinking that he made the wrong decision. He's thinking, who do you think cares more about CM Punk's legacy? You or CM Punk? So he's probably sitting at home more worried than you could ever be about his legacy. Yeah. I came back at the wrong time. I can't believe I got hurt. I can't believe this fucking guy, Hangman Adam Page, fucking buried me on TV. Yeah, I won the belt, but the last thing everyone's going to remember is him calling me a bitch and blah, 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 and this and that. And Hangman Page went into a business for himself in a way that made it so that it's like he went into business for himself in a way that it was like he told the fans, listen, I'm trying my best, but when CM Punk wins, realize that that's bullshit. And that is not a fair thing to do to somebody, dude. Especially when Hangman and Page is making money because of CM Punk.
That's a fact.
And maybe Tony Khan's paychecks don't reflect that, but in wrestling, if you're in the main event of okay, yeah, maybe Hangman gets $500,000, $650,000 a year, whether he main events or whether he's a mid-carder. If that's the fact, guaranteed money, out of wrestling. Don't even want it because there should be motivation. So I don't know. I'm all over the place, but I'm just very pro. Listen, Brian, I fucking hated this guy more than you.
Dude, I can't even remember any of his matches.
I hated CM Punk during the original pipe bomb, okay? You were sucking at the CM Punk teat after the original pipe bomb.
Because he was having great matches.
I was hating him. I already knew that CM Punk sucked. But you know what? He's completely redeemed himself because he stayed true to his convictions. I'm sorry.
All right, Brian. It's okay.
I am sorry, Brian. We can agree.
It's okay that you feel that way because I still feel the same of him not being great, and since he's came to AEW has had a very lackluster run here.
I agree with you that both. The MJF feud was awesome
because of MJF.
Okay.
100%. 100%. MJF made that shit, dude. With the picture of him, dude, the old picture of MJF. MJF
if
made
CM
that
Punk
feud.
wasn't awesome, then there would never be that photo, dude.
No, I mean, dude, back in I agree with you, dude. Back in the day, CM Punk was dope, having great matches. Since he's came back from what he did, has been shit to me. I think that since he left, it's put a sour taste in my mouth, and it's never gone away.
I'll put a sour taste in your mouth. Sean, what do you think?
You do.
Listen, man. I think let's let Punk be Punk. Brian, I think you have to do some reevaluating on certain situations in wrestling.
Punk was Punk, and now he's gone forever again.
He's gone forever. We're never going to see him again.
Great. Great. And he didn't even do shit. He got the title twice, didn't do shit.
He did
Suck it.
so much. He did more in this short time. He did a lot.
Moxley all the way.
Oh, Moxley's just a wrestler, dude. CM Punk is an icon.
We love wrestling. No, bullshit.
Moxley's a wrestler.
Moxley in the end will go down in history as the better wrestler.
Yeah, probably. But CM Punk is a fucking icon for truth and justice and the fucking hardcore way, dude.
I think he's a liar. I think he's a goddamn succubus and tries to get everybody to suck his goddamn little cock. That's what I think. He just wants people to dick ride him. He wants his little Chicagoites to fucking ride his dick.
Chicago sunroof.
Chicago sunroof.
Chicago sunroof necktie.
Listen, Brian.
Goddamn bullshit.
I think we need to do a video with you just addressing, just CM Punk.
No, please no.
We'll get us canceled.
All right, I just want to give also a quick shout out before we end. We're running a little over. I got to pee, but we've gone through with no pee breaks. We've gone through with minimal audio issues. We fixed that right up. Sean's just got to hold it right to his nose. Brian just has to pull his microphone all the way away from his face. As long as we go close and far away, we're fine.
I think Pat only said that the show sucked 16 times today.
Yeah,
so that's like a little down than usual.
Right. 18,
hey, it wasn't 20.
18 to 20. Show sucks. But final thoughts. We forgot one thing. I just want to shout out one of the best all talking segments of the week, which was Sami Zayn and the T-shirt flip-flop.
Oh, man. The honorary Oos.
I love that entire thing. I love the dynamic of that the one Uso brother just hates Sami Zayn so much.
You thought they were going to beat the fuck out of him. They ripped the shirt off. Like fucking Jay was getting hype. He was getting super hype. And then they just gave him a new shirt.
It's like Rock and Sock Connection vibes to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a little different.
It's a team, though.
I feel like Randy Orton and Matt Riddle was more rock and sock, and this is like was there someone funny in the ministry? There was no.
What about when Mankind was
Midian?
I guess. I mean, he was still scary. He was like scary in the.
What about
ministry.
when Mankind thought he was part of the corporation?
Oh my God! That when he used to with the ties.
That's what it is.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's more like what it is.
And then The Rock, and then they betrayed him at Survivor Series. Right. Yeah, it's very Mick Foley
and Roman tag. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Oh, and you know what? I love the idea that eventually it's all gonna fall apart, and Sammy's gonna be the most over baby face. Yo, Sammy could be the one. Sammy
is
could
the one.
be. No, he's not, because you know what? They're gonna look at him and say, "Nah, you're gonna take the North American from this guy."
I think it's gonna be Sammy and Kevin taking the titles from the Usos.
Ooh, I like that. And then Cody takes the heavyweight from Roman.
And
whole
other direction.
Or the White Rabbit. It's gonna be the White Rabbit or Cody.
Here we go with this damn White Rabbit.
Dude, Brian, the only White Rabbit that you know is the chicken Chinese food you've been eating lately.
I don't eat Chinese food because that could be cat.
Dude.
What do you think chopped cheese is, dude?
That's beef.
No, it's not.
Cat beef.
That's called bodega cat.
That's not beef.
No, it's cat beef, dude. Dude, the name of the deli that we got it from was called Cat Beef.
Cat beef.
Dude, that might have been the best. That's like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Yeah, because it was exotic El Gato, dude.
El Gato
from Brooklyn.
Anyway, yeah, I just want to shout out Sami Zayn because I love him. I live for him.
Shout out Sami Zayn.
Shout out Sami Zayn, baby. Shout out Sami Zayn.
Hey, whoa, why am I demonetized? Everybody knows that New York Chinese food is made up of pigeon, rat, and fucking cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I won't eat it.
Dude, you gotta love it. You're from New York. Like going into the woods and finding something there, you have to eat it because it's like.
But I feel like that will make my stomach hurt. Like I've eaten meat. Since I've eaten meat, I haven't really gotten like a bellyache.
You've been eating the clean meats.
I've been eating like more like clean meats at like better places. I don't want to eat like fast food. I mean, I've had some fast food. I had a deli chopped cheese. That's probably not the best meat in the world.
I mean, listen, if you went into a deli and you got a sandwich, I think you went full-fledged already, bro. You good to go.
It tasted good.
We'll have a lamb chop all day.
It didn't hurt my stomach.
This one deli near my job, it's the fucking worst because I say like, hey, can I get a chopped cheese? And they'll just add like peppers and onions to it.
You can't get a chopped cheese in Queens.
So I go like, I'm off the chopped cheese, right? So I've been getting like just regular sandwiches. So they have a spicy chicken. They have a spicy chicken thing. So today, for the first time ever, I go, yo, my man. And dude, I go in there every day. They know me, right? And I'm like, yo, can I get a spicy chicken on a roll? Mayo, lettuce and mayo. Because I want to make it taste like the McDonald's McChicken, you know?
Right.
So just some lettuce and some mayo. And he goes, okay, you want cheese? And I was like, no, no cheese. No cheese. And dude, I walk all the way back to my job
with cheese,
chicken sandwich and cheese,
bro.
Unmelted cheese?
No, just like all melted right into the situation, dude.
Melted's not so bad.
I went back. I never go back, but I went back this time. Yeah.
What do you say?
I'm so sorry. Every time. Anyway, I'm done with this. This show sucks. Brian, final thoughts.
That was 17.
Final thoughts. CM Punk is a cuck, and I love this show.
Sean.
I love the fucking show. CM Punk, we wish you the best, my man. I can't wait to see you back with some new pastries, maybe some ginger ale. Blvd Bullies versus the world. You already know what time it is.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time we'll be doing the giveaway super chats. We'll promote it more. Love you so much. Blvd Bullies. Bye.
Oh, so crazy to me, you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.